So we're not doing
Intimate.
headphones.
Did you get the thing fixed, the left and right?
No.
Is it just the? It's just the headphones.
Yeah, it's just a
Oh,
headphone.
okay.
Yeah,
It's not a big deal.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not like the things I was saying on the right hand side. Those are the funny things. So it sucks. Sucks to be you. Kitty.
So you're gonna not just run the headphones at all?
We'll run headphones.
I think I can run a cable that's stereo from that thing to that thing.
You know, it doesn't matter that much, that hard. It doesn't matter that hard. Yeah. See, that's why I don't have to hear myself. The answer is yes. Mike is being a loud asshole. Do what diddy? Diddy dum diddy do.
Is that your test?
No, I just like Roy Orbison. There she was, walking down the street singing. A lot of my hair, that's natural I can be singing. She look good, she look fine,
Oh, that's loud.
look good, look fine. Man, I've been on top of my mom. But still wanted to sing.
You know, did everyone ever tell you you're good at improv?
Thank you.
They shouldn't have.
Fucking Ryan. Give it to me, Neil. Give it to me.
Jennifer dumped me.
I heard Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, really? Jennifer dumped me. Fuck. Fuck.
It's not that bad.
Welcome to 10.
First headphones.
Yeah.
I have another pair of these Turtle Beaches that could probably work for him.
No, these are fine. I can hear myself.
You know what
It
you
sounds,
are?
huh?
Radioactive.
Radioactive, so inactive. Wait, I got
So
two songs.
Weird Al?
confused. I did like halfway through the lyric.
Inhale. Exhale. Call that the money shot.
So you can't do a money shot on a podcast. It's an audio money
It
shot.
definitely doesn't work as well as you would think.
Just
Trust us.
Listen, okay, so she's spreading her legs. Yeah, it looks good to you guys. Yes.
Yep. I don't
That's
like
gross. That is super gross. I
Definitely
would
don't like that
appreciate it.
sound.
I'd appreciate if you do that.
It's triggering me a lot right now.
So I was making some mac and cheese and chili.
Oh, did you get triggered?
No.
Oh.
But I was
lactose
trying,
intolerant. I'm triggered.
I was trying to get the chili out of the can.
Yeah.
The gain is super far down from this. Like I have to get really close to talk.
Radioactive.
Radioactive. I'm sorry.
You sound fine to me.
Okay, cool. Well, it's
Yeah.
because I'm super close. If I go back here,
Oh, yeah.
you can't hear me that well. There you go. So
Maybe this one? Yeah.
no, it was fine. Okay,
2 seconds ago.
this is the worst.
You are awful.
Okay, so I was putting the chili in the bowl to like microwave it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get the chili out, so I'm like shaking it,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, like all you see from behind is just like
The
a
jerky
hand
motion, yeah.
But then you also hear the chili in the can. Exactly.
Oh,
So I'm in the kitchen.
oh.
I'm in the kitchen, and I'm like shaking the can, and that sound is happening. And Dave walks in,
That's
and he just stands there, and I'm like, "Hey, Dave,"
That's
and he's
so
like, "What are you
gross.
doing?" I'm like,
Oh.
And then you just hear the
Oh.
sizzling and the
yeah,
Oh.
just making some
you're
food.
just making noises now.
No biggie.
Jim is our Foley for the night.
Yeah,
Well, if we wanted to walk
Jim on
somewhere,
soundboard.
that's right. If we wanted to walk somewhere, what kind of noise did you make? You
What?
just do the one
That's
noise then, okay?
That's kind of like if we're walking on a hardwood floor with.
What about like
what-
soft sand?
I don't know.
Just kind of shuffling the sheet.
All right, that's good.
Shuffling, yeah.
I think it sounds good. I need some external.
I think it'll be
verification.
fine, man. I think we just want to get started. I want to
Yeah,
have a beer
I want to get a
super
beer.
hard.
You want to get hard?
No, I want to have a beer hard.
Oh,
Gay porn hard.
Gay porn hard.
Is Goon not one of the best movies ever made?
Goon is so good.
It's
Gay.
like it's honestly
Dumb.
Gay,
Gay. Dumb.
It's honestly one of my favorite movies. It's like
Yeah.
in my top 15 easily of all movies ever.
Definitely one of my favorite Netflix movies.
That's true. If I want to watch something on Netflix, it's
It's gonna
not
be
the
Goon.
core, that's for sure.
Jesus.
What is that one?
The core.
It's on
like,
there.
With the, yeah,
I don't know that one.
Were the first instance that I know of unobtainium, which is
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's,
That's literally called it that, right?
that was the material they made. I think the machine, the drilling machine out of.
Yeah, the metal that was
The
holding
metal,
it. 'Cause it was all like diamond in the front of it, but it was really metal encased.
Yeah, right.
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium,
Weird.
and it had the guy from New Guy, that super skinny looking dude.
Yeah, he was hacking the
He was
world.
hacking the world. I know too much about that movie. I'm sorry.
It was actually I want to feel like he was one of the worst people in that movie.
Well, the
because
whole movie was pretty bad.
well, I mean, like morally was
Yeah.
one of the worst. 'Cause It was
Oh.
like there were like typhoons
Yeah,
and tsunamis happening and like people dying, and he's just like covering it all up because that was his job. He
That
was
was
like doing media blackout.
his job was to make sure no one knew the world was about to end, basically.
Yeah,
And I think what he wanted in return was a bunch of Hot Pockets and like Xena Warrior Princess episodes.
Nice.
It was the
just
tapes.
stupid.
It was Xena Warrior Princess tapes.
Tapes.
I mean, that's cool.
Hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we'll get started. Here
Let's get
now.
started.
Let me lower this.
I feel like
We should
I
have
have
saved that.
water in this ear.
Yeah, you're like.
'Cause- yeah, I'm trying to get it out because I can only hear out of one ear.
So how wide is your wide angle? Really?
Super wide. It's like next Tuesday. Not this
Hmm.
Tuesday though.
You might want to tighten that up just a little.
Just
Like
tighten it.
the no.
You want to make it a
no.
little tighter.
around where you were cranking it. You're cranking. No, like this. Like, see where your hand is.
Smaller
No,
motions.
no. See what I'm doing with my hand?
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there
got
you
it.
go. Turn the other way. So you can just lock it. Make sure it gets tight in there. Locks it in. Yeah.
Jim will be the creepy person. for the evening.
Yeah, I think it's creepy shit getting
Jim,
covered.
Jim will be your uncle for the evening. Your uncle, I mean Ryan.
Where
Uncle
do we leave,
John.
Where do we leave Ryan?
We haven't talked about Uncle John in a long time.
With
He hasn't really
With
been
who?
around, you know?
with who?
Uncle John,
I haven't heard this story.
he's
just-
wheelchair accessible.
He used to listen to like a bunch of our
Well,
podcasts.
like-
we listened to
And it
our
was
podcast.
really awkward.
It
he was like
super awkward.
he was like Uncle Keenan.
No, it's his uncle.
Yeah.
So, you know,
So
it'd be
he's
like if
listening to you
Keenan
talk
was your
about-
uncle. I guess that makes sense. You're right. You got a valid
Well,
It is
analysis there.
better. Better one, better two, better one. No, this is like this is prime.
That's so bad.
This is prime optometrist.
You're
vo-
going
voice
back
level.
the other way. You're going the opposite way. Yeah, now you can't see anything. We're just a bunch of blobs shapes.
Better two.
Okay, stop. Good.
Better
Good right
one.
there. Go back a little bit. A little bit. A little bit more. The other way. There. Stop.
Oh, now I gotta. Now it's
Jesus
blurry.
Christ.
I
Um,
can't even see your face.
are you sure?
That's because my face sucks.
Are you sure there just isn't like fog on the lens?
Now
so
you
so now everything.
Okay, now I have to do everything again.
Do you know how to set it back up there? Do you?
Nope.
Do-
That's worse.
That's awful.
All right, that's okay. A little further down.
Aim it down.
Like you're going pee-pee.
Aim,
That's it.
aim,
Good.
aim.
You nailed it.
Aim.
Yeah, it's good.
Now Ryan will get in frame and he won't see him.
No, that's way better.
Is
Yeah,
it?
that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Mike's face was all blurry before.
Yeah, no, it's just my face.
Your face is blurry.
I have a naturally blurry face.
Jim's face is
Much like
covered by his-
Sasquatch.
by his big ball in front of him.
Mm.
That big ball.
Mm.
You've got big balls.
I've got big balls, but Jim's got the biggest balls on the wall.
One more
That's
time.
true.
My second favorite AC/DC song. Really?
Closer to Jim.
Are you fucking serious?
He just needs to aim it.
I just wanted to say fucking. I haven't said
You
that
gotta
today.
crank. You gotta
You gotta
turn
crank
that
it
like
real hard.
you gotta that no like
Just turn the whole
unlock
thing.
it.
Just
There you
move the
go.
whole thing.
and then you can point it. Or
That's
you should
a-
be able to. Is that good enough?
Yeah, it's good.
It gets everyone.
I mean, it's as good as Jim's gonna get. He looks like Wolverine from the
Yeah,
movie
that's fine. Yeah, it's perfect.
X-Men Origins
It's
Wolverine.
perfect.
Oh, that's the
My
worst
God, it's
one.
perfect.
That's the second worst one.
Okay,
What,
sorry,
you think
everybody.
Wolverine, or
No, I
X-Men
just
3
think I
Wolverine?
think X-Men 3 is worse than X-Men Origins.
Disintegrating
Wolverine.
Wolverine is the worst
Yeah.
Wolverine.
Well, just disintegrating Cyclops, disintegrating Professor X,
Everyone.
disintegrating everyone. Yeah.
Apparently, the Phoenix Force is just ripping people apart instead of fire.
Well, yeah, whatever. Well, I had to keep it PG-13. I think is the problem there.
I think the problem there is they ran out of contracts.
Oh man, it was the worst.
We got to kill off Cyclops because
He's just
Bryan
expensive.
Singer took him with him to go make Superman Returns.
Which was worse.
Yes, because
That was
Bryan Singer.
That was actually worse than X-Men 3.
I think Brandon Ruth actually did fit the part better, but that movie was just awful.
No, I think Brandon Routh was a Ruth or whatever.
Ralph.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's a good Superman. I like him better
Yeah.
than Henry Cavill. Cavill,
Yeah.
whatever.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel,
He's
Superman.
a Superman versus Man of Steel.
Although Brandon
He didn't.
Routh
He
is
did,
playing the Atom in Arrow.
which seems like maybe he'll come back and there'll be some cameo, like
Maybe.
because they're trying to do some DC crossover.
No,
I
they
think.
definitely are.
Well, no, I
They
mean
had a
between.
Suicide Squad thing in there, which was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I meant between their TV universe and their cinematic universe.
No, they're not doing any crossover between the TV. universe.
Uh,
No, we can talk about it.
No
No,
Flash
no.
in DC.
We're going to talk about that because
Okay.
I think DC is just fucking
It's awful.
the
It's awful.
pooch.
Well, so is Marvel. They're about to
No,
reboot
I
their
don't
whole
know.
universe again.
Oh, in the comics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
why.
no, DC is rebooting the universe.
Everyone
Marvel's-
is, and like
Marvel is?
Marvel
Oh,
announced
Marvel
it
is
too.
too, because they're doing that whole it's the big crossover war thing, the Secret War.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
that's right. We can talk about that. We can talk about comics. I've got some comic stuff we can talk about because I've been reading comics.
Oh yeah.
I've been the panels and the pages and the word bubbles. And you got to read them
Sometimes
from
thought
sort
bubbles
of
too.
a left to right, and then there's just description bubble like boxes, I guess.
So strictly Western comics.
Western, well, you
'Cause
know,
they're going left to
yeah,
right.
you're right. If you're
Yeah.
going left to right, it's West, unless they flipped the manga, you know, where they've just
Which I
mirrored
feel is
everything.
kind of.
I don't, that's the way some people do it.
Well, I mean, like they panel it to read it from right to
But
left,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it seems weird too.
Listen, I'm on board. You're not gonna
Yeah.
win me
I
over with your argument because I'm already there.
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back.
Finally here.
Hey,
Finally
Dr.
got everything together, guys. Fucking
that-
only took 22 minutes.
Are you doing a new character bit thing?
Ugh,
Awesome radio DJ.
suck my wiener.
What is it?
Do it, baby.
No,
For the number 6 caller, we got some concert tickets tonight. Hey,
it's actually just Ryan's wiener.
it's
Just my
Ryan's
wiener.
Wiener featuring Hey Anyone. Have you heard of CD in Color?
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
And the Gym Blossoms for some reason.
All right,
The
let's
gym
get
blossom.
started. All right.
Son-
The
Sonic-
Gym Blossoms.
Sonic Youth.
Have you ever thought about renaming your crotch area to the Gym Blossoms?
No, it doesn't.
It does make you sound like you have a vagina, actually.
No, yeah,
you're right.
Kill me. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but sure. I'll kill you later.
Hold on, let me put
I
on-
just wanted to have a beer, so
I know. I'm
we could just
Did-
hop
I'm
on
bro, I'm
this.
trying.
Did you bring out
trying.
an opener?
Oh, you fucked up.
You
Listen,
done
I got
fucked
the
up.
beer. I got the glasses. We can use these bottle lighters as openers.
Lighters?
Where's your keys, Ryan?
In my room. Yeah, I'm the worst. All right. Okay, let's get one real quick.
Lily says my face is blurry. I don't
So
know
are
how
we
far
going right
behind-
now? Are we going? No, not yet. Are we live though? Is Keenan listening? Just want to give a shout out to Keenan. Thanks for shipping over Indiana Jones to scare me in the dark when I get home.
It is scary in the corner there.
It's like you walk by and all of a sudden you see a
The worst part is it's
shadowy
old
figure.
Indiana
Yeah,
Jones. It's like it's Crystal Skull Indiana Jones.
It-
So you're just lucky Shia LaBeouf isn't in there.
Hey, I was just gonna go with he's post refrigerator Indiana Jones.
That's it's post refrigerator Indiana Jones.
Mason has attacked him though a few times in the middle of the night, and I believe I've saved him because I have a feeling that because he'll knock him down and he'll be face down on the ground.
Yeah.
Mace, I think, will claw him out from the inside out. So it'll look like Indiana Jones had like a face eater, just come out from inside of him.
I think Mason
or
would
maybe
go,
the radiation
Mason would
actually
go for
finally
the
hit him.
guts first. I think rip out the entrails. Is that right, Mason? Ow!
He-
Ow!
He's behind our soundproof glass.
That's right. Like he's clearly meowing. You
Yeah.
can see his mouth. Mason. Meow. Meow. This is good podcasting. We're meowing at the cat.
We definitely need to mic up the cat.
How do you do your best meow?
A Fugigoo.
Fugigoo.
Depends on the cat, because I mean, the other day.
It really depends on the
It
cat,
really
Mike.
depends on the
I don't know
cat.
if you know anything about
It really
cats.
depends on the cat.
Seriously, though,
You're Siamese. You're
your
Ragdoll.
calicos.
your calicos.
you got your-
your
Porties,
Scot-
Mexican
Your Scottish
ragdolls.
folds.
your Persian hairy sons of bitches.
You see, Mike, it
The
really
Bengals.
depends.
Cotton.
Where's your glasses so you can push them up?
Well, actually.
Actually. All right, guys, ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Hello, welcome to another episode of 40s and 20s. I'm your host, Ryan.
And I'm Micah.
Are you?
I'm just Mike.
Hey, we're back.
Yep.
Hey.
After a long, how do you say that word?
Been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
It's been
a while.
hiatus is the word I was thinking.
Hiatus.
of.
Hiatus.
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 Yeah.
Hi. Hiatus.
Hiatus.
So yeah, so we've been gone. What were you doing in the
Hold on.
Sure, yeah.
Brit's watching us.
Oh, good.
Hi,
Oh,
Brit.
perfect. That was, you know what? Of all the things you could have halted the show for, that was the best.
Yeah.
Just for
Also,
Ryan
my
and Brit.
girlfriend Lily's watching us, but Brit.
This
I
is
love you,
maximum women watching this show.
Can you do me a favor?
Lily. This is
We're
an
at
Anytime,
all
peak
girls
woman.
show. Yeah.
do me a favor. Anytime
female
anybody
audience.
says they're watching or listening to the show,
Yeah.
just stop the whole show.
I will.
Just stop it,
I'll stop it.
and let me
So
know.
you hear this? If you're listening, if you're watching us live, message me on my phone, on Facebook.
We'll stop the whole
Text us.
thing.
We'll stop the whole show. We'll call you out
Right.
for listening.
Even if it's just a smiley face.
It doesn't matter. I'll do
I
it.
don't give a fuck.
Nah.
I don't care who you are.
And he's got a
Proud.
bunch of fucks to give. I've
I
seen
don't
his
have
closet.
a whole lot,
No,
but
you
some.
You got a good collection of
Of
fucks.
fucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Some of them are vintage. I'll give you that.
vintage fucks.
You saved a few.
Oh boy. All right. So we're getting back in the swing of things.
Definitely. You got some gear.
I got gear
You got
stuff.
gear for Christmas.
You know, my brother, shout out Justy a brew.
I saw his face. It was all weird.
It's awful.
What was up with that?
He looked
So
fucking wasted.
Justin is it your younger brother?
Younger brother, yeah.
And
He's the middle
posted-
child.
He
Oh, no.
posted
Younger.
a new profile picture, and it looked like he got stung by a bee.
He looked very blotchy,
Yeah,
to say the
to
least.
say the least.
But yeah, he got me for Christmas. He got me a headphone amplifier. He hacked
Super
it.
nice.
It is actually a good story because he
Yeah.
hacked into my Amazon account to find out what I was been looking for, my recent
Are
history.
you serious?
Yeah, and that's how he found out that I wanted one.
And then he ordered you a bunch of gay porn.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I was wondering why, men's underwear was showing up in my
I didn't
history.
need this yet.
I'm not out yet. We also have a special guest. My roommate Jim is here.
Hi,
Hello.
hi, Jim.
He's been here before.
Yeah, you know Jim.
Fuck
If you don't know
off.
Jim, now you do.
I'm not that special.
If you don't know Jim, fuck off.
Whoa, hey.
Oh,
I mean it.
There's new
I
listeners.
fucking
no, hey.
mean it.
yeah, I am.
Don't
I
even
pretty-
test me.
thought this year we're gonna do as much swearing.
I'm doing more swearing.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna balance out because I'm doing less swearing.
I'm doing a whole
You're
lot
doing
more.
A lot more swearing.
God
Bitch,
damn it.
piss,
She's got Tourette's.
tits. Wait, is
That's-
tits a bad word?
No,
I don't know what the word
it
is.
was
didn't
when
know-
I was a kid. It
I-
was
I
it was
didn't-
definitely a word I shouldn't say when I was a small child.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know piss was a bad word. Not to know.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
piss,
This is pretty bad.
piss
Is
is
I don't
it's definitely a naughty word. Would you say it in church?
In England, I would say it freely.
All right.
Piss.
Yes. Wait.
Shit.
All right.
That one is a curse.
That's definitely a curse.
Table salt.
Nope, that's not
No.
one.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I'm still getting used to
Welcome to the episode of Is This a Curse Word?
it. Let's see. Speakerphone.
Nope, that's not one.
Thank you
You
for
got
playing.
three more tries.
Mother's milk.
Oh, that's not. Nope, that's life-giving substance.
All right. Uncle Terry touching me.
Yeah, actually,
Is that pretty bad?
well, it's
that's
bad. It's
That's
bad.
bad.
It's not a
That's bad.
swear word, but it's
Mm.
definitely a bad thing to happen.
That's scar inducing.
Yeah.
Stop thinking of Uncle Terry touching you.
Sorry. It's just such a good memory. I don't have an Uncle Terry. Do you have an Uncle Terry?
No, I don't have an uncle. I have an Aunt Terry.
Aunt Terry?
actually, Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's good podcast talk. What's the
talking
name of your uncles?
I've got
Aunts.
Steve.
Mm.
I've got Kathy. I've got Fred.
Uh,
I've got Terry.
Oh,
The
boy.
aforementioned
you
Terry.
do have the Terry.
Yeah.
Thank God you still have the Terry. All
Yeah.
right, so we're back.
We're back.
Um,
Hope everyone had a good Christmas because it was a month ago.
I had an awful Christmas.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that. I'm
it's
not
fine.
really.
It actually it wasn't that bad. It was
Yeah.
just an extension. I've just been having a bad couple months, and then it just
Yeah.
was just like that was like the
It
pits.
culminated.
And then I got sick, and I came back here, and I had a
dude.
sinus infection,
Yeah.
and that was just the bottom.
I'm
And
gonna
I mean,
steal some of that because I feel like everyone got sick.
I think everybody did.
Everyone
Everyone
got
I know.
sick, Yeah.
I
I got sick twice. I got sick. I got better, and I got sick again like 2 weeks later. It was terrible.
I feel better now.
I do. I feel fine.
Yeah. We're gonna do some of that later. Speaking of, let's get the podcast started. I've got two beers.
Okay, so you want to do the hop slam?
That's supposed to be that one
Hop
has.
slam, yeah.
I was looking that up on Beer Advocate because the guy at the store recommended it to me, and it has like a 99%, like a 99
Alcohol
score.
per volume.
It's like alcohol
Yeah.
volume.
I'm pretty sure rubbing alcohol isn't even that strong.
Yeah, it's like an A+. This score is higher than Pliny.
What?
Yeah. So
This
I don't
better
know.
be fucking
It
good.
better be good. It's got some high expectations.
I was at the Encinitas Ale House.
Mhm.
They have Pliny there.
Mm.
I had the
Oh, Jason?
I had the
Bottle me.
Intimidator. Yeah,
I was
you
just
have
like,
the bottle.
pour yourself some more. Though.
No, it's fine. We've got.
I'll take
so
some
I'll
more.
be fine.
No, here, okay. I'll take a little bit.
Yeah, good, yeah. Better alcohol content. Yes.
Very, very hoppy smell.
Well, that's the point. I thought.
yeah. What's it called?
Hops.
Hop
Hop slam.
Hop
ale.
slam.
Hop.
Have you ever been
Ale
hop slammed?
brewed with honey.
Nope.
I've been
Brewed-
hop slammed.
Hop slam. How?
I don't know. I'm gonna taste it.
To Jupiter, the Roman
Jupiter
god.
ascending. Ooh, that's good.
Well, no. That movie's awful.
Ooh, it's good.
Well, I haven't seen it, but
okay.
according to everyone, the Wachowskis can't make that movie.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll get into that. But first of all, this beer.
Okay, first of all, this doesn't even taste hoppy.
It doesn't. It smells hoppy.
Yes, it does.
I don't taste
I don't taste the
I
hop.
do.
it. You got like all the.
With
splash.
my refined palate, I definitely taste the hops.
Actually,
Mixed with my Dr. Pepper and my Rockstar Punch, it tastes just like the hoppiest thing I've ever had. Well, no, it's I can taste it.
I mean, I can definitely taste it in there, but I'm just saying for
You're supposed to shake the beers up. I mean,
for a
For
beer
alcohol,
called
right?
Hop Slam,
hop slam.
I would
and they're
expect more.
comparing it to Pliny the Elder,
Yeah.
I would expect more of a hoppy flavor. And
It's delicious.
I would, out of 1 to 10, 10 being the hoppiest, 1 being the, like no hops,
I'd
I would
rate
say
it
it's like a
6.
4. Okay,
I'd say it's a 6.
No, I'd
somewhere in the middle.
somewhere in
Yeah.
the middle. Yeah,
We could agree on that.
Yeah.
we can agree to suck my dick.
No.
right?
Well, I can also taste, like I said, it's got honey in it too. I can
Yeah, I
also
definitely
taste
taste
that.
honey. I think the
Mhm.
honey is actually kind of drowning out the hops. a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, for sure.
Like
It's
I'm
making it
talking
smooth-
like I know.
It's smoothing it over.
It is smoothing it over.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So anyway, I had the double mint chocolate stout from
from
Pizza Port.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty good. It was pretty good.
They
It
always
was like
have
14%
some.
alcohol.
They have like weird stuff
That's
there.
Yeah.
strong.
I just always get. I always get the Carlsbad Chronic. That's my
It
favorite.
is good stuff. I
It's
know.
good.
Yeah, it's good. It's
Well,
classic.
well, it's good for Pizza Port. I mean,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like you pound beers there and eat pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer buddies, baby.
Baby. So let's talk about
Stuff.
stuff.
Oh
things.
man, stuff and things.
Yeah. I mean, what's happened since the last episode?
So much stuff.
Last episode we did was like in November.
November. Well, we did another one in
No,
December.
we did in December. We didn't
But
air.
I need to fucking work on that. It's tough because we were reviewing an album, and
Much like we did with the Weezer thing.
yeah, and we had Zach here,
Yeah.
and they
Friend of the
kept-
show.
So before I had this nice my headphone amp, we had this stupid little splitter, and
Yeah.
it kept fucking up. And every time it fucked up, like both you and Zach were like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Because we couldn't hear
Because
anything.
we couldn't hear anything. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to fix it. I thought that it was like fucking up, but it was still
So
recording.
the recording sounds
It's
fine. and we're
just-
just
you guys-
randomly saying what the fuck now.
over like loudly over the song. So what I can do is I can get the song and put it over and then and take you guys out of it. But it's so hard because it's like I thought it was maybe like once or twice, but it's like 5 different times.
Oh man, that does suck.
So it's a little bit of work, and
Yeah.
I just like I had no motivation to do that,
Yeah.
and so it'll be released at some point. It was a good podcast.
It was a good podcast. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I mean, it's always good to have Zach Attack.
Zachary.
Zach Attack. Speaking of Zach Attack,
Mm-hmm. What about him?
um,
I'm waiting.
He was over here the other night.
oh, how is he doing?
He came over last night. We played some guitar.
That's good.
Yeah.
I met the band Zach Attack from
that
Saved by the Bell.
Oh.
Oh,
Speaking of Saved by the Bell.
And that's the segue I was going for.
Screech got arrested for stabbing.
Yeah, he did.
or
And
whipping,
have you
rather
seen-
whipping out a switchblade on someone.
Have you seen the girl who played Lisa Turtle? Oh, Jesus
She's
Christ.
Looking.
She is falling
What?
apart.
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
no, no. She doesn't even look like the same person.
No.
Like, she's such a plastic surgery.
Nice.
I thought she was like a
No.
Mexican person. I'm not racist, but she did not look black.
On the other hand, together in reunion, it's pretty.
Valentine by the Bell
Mhm.
cast reunion. And close. Lisa's face she had old face. She had
She had
lines.
old face, yeah.
She had
I mean,
the
they're
mouth
old.
lines.
Smile lines.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry. Mario
Valentine.
Lopez looks like he's fucking 19 years
does.
old still.
he does.
That guy age and he's ripped as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what it's from?
Steroids.
Pet Star.
Pet star.
You didn't know this?
What?
Before Mario Lopez like got into like a X Factor, he was running an Animal Planet show called Pet Star. It was just a bunch of people brought over their pets and did tricks.
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
He
go,
also
go
did
look it
the,
up. Mario Lopez Pet Star.
He also did the pretend FedEx commercial at Disneyland.
Oh, that's true,
In front of the Magic Mountain or Space Mountain
Mhm.
ride.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But yeah, Pet Star.
Pet Star.
That's what floated him along from Saved by the Bell
Until he started
until
hosting.
people thought like, oh
He's
wow,
on,
this
like-
guy looks better than Ryan Seacrest.
He's on like E Entertainment now and stuff.
Yeah. I always see him at the gas
The
station.
gas station. That's exactly
Yeah.
where I see him. I'm getting gas at Shell. This podcast brought to you by Shell. It's
Uh,
not. It's not. It's not.
Put gas in, bitch.
Is that,
By
is that
Shell.
the-
That's
is that
Shell's
the
new
Is that
slogan.
the new slogan?
Yeah.
All right.
It's so cheap. Put it in. Oh,
Doesn't really work.
Nope. So what? I thought it was pretty funny.
I didn't.
You didn't think it was funny?
What?
The Saved by the Bell. The Saved by
Sorry.
the Bell.
My computer's being fucking.
Is that what you're doing?
is it,
Yeah.
is it not recording?
No, it stopped for a second.
Oh, neat.
So what did we miss? All of that great conversation we just had. that
Yeah, it
fills
kinda-
up,
Yeah.
good times.
I think it's Carbonite being a little bitch.
You
Fucking
should.
Carbonite.
Don't
They
back
got-
up with Carbonite.
They got
Fuck you.
Han Solo'd.
I was gonna say, is Han Solo are they trying to run your feed through Han Solo right now?
Yeah, might as
That's
well.
not a
be.
funny joke.
Might as well be. Am I right, fellas?
It wasn't. I was trying to figure out a way to go from
Nope.
point A to point B
Nope.
there, and I got lost.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm good. I think,
got it?
Yeah, I think it'll be.
At least it wasn't recording.
Well,
But it probably was.
It is
was.
now.
It
It's
is
streaming.
now.
It's streaming live.
It's definitely streaming live.
Oh,
It's all right. Everybody's gonna have a good time. And
That's-
it's all right.
What are you
Suck my dick and lick on my balls. Yeah,
What?
it's all right.
I don't even think you've ever
Gonna
seen
go
an
to
episode of
church,
Saved
then-
by the Bell.
We're gonna go to church.
Is this Saved by the Bell? The born again years?
It's the Christian years.
I'm
It's all right.
35. I don't know what's gonna happen with my life.
So I'm just gonna sit back and let you guys do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Got some
I'm
kids.
just gonna wait for you guys to tire yourself out.
Saved by the Bell. That's the one about the guys.
There's so far so good.
Meth lab, right? Bitch.
Nope. Wrong one. Can we talk about that commercial?
Which one?
Oh yeah.
The-
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of dumb.
I thought it was good.
I thought the only it was like, oh, it's cool. It's Walter White.
It's Mr. White,
It's Mr. White.
Senior,
bitch.
Senior
And
Brown
then
Cola.
I'm just like, okay. It was. I felt like it was a good idea, but a really bad execution.
I think that whole show is a bad idea.
What?
What?
Breaking
Better Call
Bad?
Saul.
Oh, Better Call Saul.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. So far, all the previews and like preview clips and teasers I've seen, I've liked all
Yeah,
of
it
them.
comes out this weekend. I want to check it out.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
somebody even wrote in a review, which I think is utter bullshit, but they were like, "Oh, it might be even better than Breaking Bad," which you have to
No.
say. You know, you have a new show, you invest a lot of money in.
I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know how you can do that with Bob Odenkirk leading.
Just Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's Mike Ehrmantraut too.
Yeah.
Considering Walter White pretty much kills off everyone but Saul.
Well, it takes place before.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel.
It's how he got into being Saul
Yeah,
Goodman.
his name's not even Saul Goodman at the beginning.
Based on the recent series prequels that we've had, I'm gonna not have any hype.
I'm not gonna agree with that because I think Agent Carter is fantastic.
Let's talk
That's
about
not
that.
really a prequel though.
It is a prequel.
It is a prequel.
It takes place in the 40s.
No, but it's like in between
Captain America
and
anything
and
that happens
President.
after that. Yes.
So
It's still a
it's a
prequel.
prequel.
It's a prequel. It's a
But-
prequel to
but it
pretty
happens
much.
after Captain America.
Yeah, but it happens before 90% of what we've seen.
Listen, guys.
The only thing that happens
Sure.
before that is Captain America.
Yeah, but it's not like it's
It's
like
a prequel to like 90% of the Marvel movies.
it's not like she's running around going like, "Wait, hey, where's this sunburned guy that had this bald head? I have a super soldier serum running around, like doing the prequel bullshit."
It takes place after that, but it takes
Yes.
place
Mhm.
before every other movie.
Right.
It's a
I
prequel
understand that.
to all of those. You're right. It's a sequel to Captain America, but it's a prequel to everything else after that.
I understand what you're saying. That's like saying.
My point is, it's good. The last episode had the Howling Commandos in it from the
Yeah.
Captain America movie, and I thought that was really good. It's good.
I just don't know how much I give a shit because, like,
Listen, it's good.
Agents of Shield
No, it's not like
spurned
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
me.
Well, first
They
of all,
burned
you
me.
you never started rewatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did you?
I didn't care enough.
No,
to.
listen, I'm
listen,
telling
and I
you.
cared about those characters a lot. I was,
It got better.
I know.
I'm not even kidding. It got
after,
better.
after they killed off 90% of them, it got better.
Yeah. Well, once the
Spoiler alert.
once the Captain America shit happened, it got a lot
yeah,
better.
that's what I've heard, and that's what I think we talked
It's
about.
the
it
first
before.
season's on Netflix. You should watch it. I'm not kidding.
Well, that's not
I
the
just-
season that has anything good in it.
Yeah, it is.
They have-
It takes place like half.
I
the
know
season
what
of the
happens
series.
with Sky, and I know what happens, and I just don't.
They're
care.
using it as a platform
I
to
don't
introduce
care.
Inhumans. The Inhuman
Yeah, the
people.
Inhumans.
they're using it as a platform to keep you interested until the next movie.
Yeah, until the movies come.
But ultimately, it's the origin for the Inhumans,
it's all
which
right.
is a Phase 3 movie.
We're gonna watch some
It's gonna have a
Agents of
direct
Shield.
tie. Unlike DC,
It's
which has-
all right.
shut the fuck up.
We're gonna be the Agents in Shield.
So I'm just gonna go home then.
It's all right. Is it like Saved by the Bell, the Shield years?
No,
Get
No.
it?
no.
No, that's what Agent Carter is. It's Shield.
It's
It's Saved by the
all
Bell,
right.
the early Shield
All right.
deals.
We're in the 40s fighting
Mm.
terrorists. It's all right.
Mhm.
This other beer the Mike is opening is actually this is expensive beer, $15, and it's a tiny little bottle.
And
And what,
shotgun.
don't shotgun it. Don't do that. Don't do yourself that disservice. This is by a place called Brewdog. They're the ones that had the world record for the most alcoholic beer. I think it's called like Tactical Nuclear
Oh.
Penguin. Yeah,
Oh Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Beer most likely to turn you into an alcoholic.
Holy
pretty much.
fuck! This thing.
I'm gonna pass on this
smells.
one. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pass on this.
I just gotta try.
I'm watching Mike pour
This
this,
is
and it
the-
looks like syrup.
It does
Yeah.
look like syrup. It feels like syrup. It's like
There is no head on
It's
that.
called Cocoa Psycho.
Are you sure
that's
that's
I'm
not?
really good at.
It's an
pouring
Imperial
beer.
Russian
Well, as a-
stout with coffee, chocolate, and vanilla. Yeah, it's a.
I don't know, mixing chocolate and vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a swirl
I
or a
I have a-
racial.
I have a feeling you're
imbalance.
gonna like this a lot.
I'm racially pure.
Oh boy,
It's the smell, right?
yeah, it smells like motor oil.
Yep, it does.
it pours
It
like
smells-
motor oil.
Are you sure this is not motor oil?
I don't know. It could be.
Are you really trying to do that stupid
'Cause honestly,
comedy
if-
bang bang sketch?
Which one?
If you bought motor
The
oil
one
for
where-
$15,
the
you
other-
got screwed.
2% milk. What's the other 2%? What's the other 98% motor oil?
Oh, I forgot about that. And
'Cause it is such a bad
Thanks
joke.
for reminding me, though. Cheers.
Wah, wah.
It's not as bad. I mean,
No, it tastes pretty good.
It's really smooth.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
it's chocolatey.
It's and a little vanilla-y.
Yeah, it's very good.
Cocoa
Easy.
Psycho,
Much easier to drink than I thought.
product of Scotland.
It doesn't taste even that.
So far, I would
alcoholic.
say no. So far, I would say 2 very smooth beers that you've chosen.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're so expensive. I don't
Maybe
know. The other one we got is Iron Fist. It's been sitting
it's
in our
been
fridge.
sitting in the fridge since
moved in.
like June.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Ooh.
Rubus
All right.
viguratus.
Let's talk about some real shit.
Yeah, please, because you
Okay.
guys are fucking
God,
retarded
that-
right now.
It's like sticky on my hands.
It's all right.
God, seriously.
Mike is
Prison
gonna talk about. Oh.
I figured out the mute
You
thing.
did it. I'm so proud of you. I want to talk about
Yeah.
John Wick came out on DVD. I want to watch
John-
it.
John
my
Wick?
God.
John Wick.
John Wick.
Okay, I'm just gonna. All right.
Yeah.
So it came out on DVD. I want to watch
Seriously,
it.
seriously. I watched it in
Blu-ray.
theaters. It's a fantastic.
Okay, so
movie.
you told me about this movie.
Yeah.
I heard everyone else talking about how good it was. I was just like, I don't know how good it could possibly be.
Yeah.
I watched a clip of it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the nightclub scene, and I didn't
Yeah.
realize it has the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, yeah. It has the annoying guy that Reek. What's
Yeah.
Balon Greyjoy. No, not Balon, but
Yeah,
Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah. Who's
Who plays a pissant in this movie too? Basically, you hate him just as much in this movie as you do in Game of
he's
Thrones.
just really good at being a pissant.
Absolutely.
And it's so the nightclub scene. It's just him going through into this nightclub while there's like this crazy music going on, and he's just killing all these people.
Oh, dude, it's
And
so good.
No one really notices because it's so loud, and he's
Yeah.
got like a silencer.
Yeah.
And he's just murdering person after person,
Yeah.
like shooting them in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. So I
Yeah.
was like, that's what I was like, yeah, I need to watch this movie.
And I'm just gonna reiterate the reasons I like this movie is it's basically a superhero movie that doesn't have an origin story,
Right.
but it's told in a way you can absolutely pick up on everything you need to know just watching the movie.
I'm psyched.
So
I think
it's-
I'm probably gonna pick it up. I think.
Oh, that's a movie I would buy.
Yeah.
I'll probably absolutely.
I'm putting a lot of blood faith, but I saw what I was seriously like. I went from having like 1% interest to having
Yeah.
like 110% interest in this movie after watching that one scene. So I want to see it.
highly recommend. Not even kidding.
Birdman.
I haven't seen it yet. I have it on my computer.
Me and Jim watched it.
Yeah, because it's
Jim and I actually
it's
watched
ju-
it.
it hasn't been released yet. We watched an Oscar copy, a legitimate one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, but
Well, let's talk about that because
Well, I saw it in
it's
theaters.
won a lot of
Well,
it's getting nominated.
awards.
Oh, yeah.
No. It won the
Golden
Cannes.
Globe.
Screen Actor Guild and stuff like
SAG
that awards,
Awards.
SAG Awards.
Yeah,
And usually whatever wins that Best Picture wins the Oscar Best Picture.
yeah.
So like a lot of people are like, is Birdman gonna win? Because a lot of people think like Selma is gonna win or
Yeah, someone didn't even.
they didn't get nominated.
no, it was some other movie that was like American Sniper or Boyhood.
Boyhood.
That was it. Boyhood. People think Boyhood's gonna win.
I don't even have any.
I've never heard of
no
it.
want to see that movie.
Yeah, honestly,
It's like a 3-hour movie. Richard Linklater. No,
yeah,
no.
it's got Ethan Hawke. I know
Ethan
that.
Hawke. They filmed it over the course
10
of
years,
10
or-
years.
yeah.
And in real time, like, as the
Yeah.
kid aged, he aged in the movie.
Yeah, so they
So
So
basically
they started it in
they-
2005.
they started filming the movie 10 years ago and they filmed scenes. And I guess the daughter in the movie is like the director's daughter,
Mhm.
and she didn't want to do the movie for like a period in her life because she felt awkward or whatever. She wanted to be in front of camera. So there's periods in the movie where she's just not there
Yeah.
because they don't want to use someone else to be there because they're filming the same actors over a period of 10 years.
Yeah, they would just
So-
get together once a year and just film a couple scenes.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's like a 3
And there's a bunch of
movie.
vignettes, vinaigrettes.
Vinaigrettes.
It's a bunch of vinaigrettes.
It's weird.
That was a funny joke I made about that band.
Oh, the vignette. man.
Vignette band.
I remember that.
It was like-
Whatever happened to them? Vinny.
Vinny. That was
Vinny
Vinny.
and the vignettes.
Vinny and the vignettes.
Bam, 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 bam,
Vinny.
bam, bam, bam,
Vinny
bam.
and the Jets.
That was good.
That was super good. We should start a band.
What should we call it?
Mm.
Mike and the Butts. Get it?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Perfect. Perfect name. Birdman was good.
So that's the Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
He plays a guy who played a superhero
Mhm.
a long time ago.
Mhm.
Birdman.
Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? It has Edward Norton in it.
Yeah, he's good.
It has Emma Stone in it.
She's
Yep.
hot. Oh, she's got those weird
Zach
big eyes.
Galifianakis.
Zach Galifianakis.
He's good.
Oh, you know what other movie I downloaded that I haven't watched that you watched?
Mhm.
Whiplash.
That was super good. That movie though gave me stress. Like,
Yeah,
I was.
that's what I hear
stressed
is
the
the-
fuck out.
Is the movie is just it's like intense
Yeah,
all the way through.
yeah,
And it's not even like it's like oh people are dying or whatever. It's just like
Right.
a guy who wants to be a good drummer
Yeah.
and this asshole teacher who's
And he's not-
J. Jonah Jameson.
right.
J.K. Simmons, right?
I kind of hope he wins. I would like Edward Norton to
That-
win Best Supporting, but I
For
really
Birdman?
hope J.K. Simmons wins because he kicks so much ass in that movie, and like
They're there for best supporting role.
yeah.
Okay.
Seriously though, like being in band.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, I
growing
was
up
there.
in band.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like PTSD.
I know what that is. Let me look something up on my phone real quick.
PTSD.
Post trombone stress.
Simple disorder.
You know what, Jim? That was a good one.
That was good.
Can we wait? Hold on.
Yeah.
That was good. I'm
Hold
not
on.
even being. I'm not even.
Hold on.
I'm not even being.
This. Yep.
I'm not even.
It's not sarcastic. It's
That
not
was good.
sarcastic
It
clap.
was a good one.
Hold on. Let me get it.
There we go. No, it was really.
You
good.
know, we have a joke in my house where Dave gets one of those.
He gets one.
He gets one of those a month.
With one of his jokes.
Yes. Like one of those good jokes that like everyone stops and applauds. Like he
You're like,
gets
you know
one
what?
of those a month.
That was good. Yeah. Birdman, good. Whiplash, really good.
Well, they're nominated for a bunch of
Yeah.
awards, so you
But you know
think
what?
so.
Okay.
Conformist.
Favorite movie of the year.
Yeah. Oh, from 2014?
Yeah. Is it Guardians?
Of the ones I've seen, I would probably have to say Guardians
I'd
of the
say
Galaxy.
Guardians.
Yeah.
I've seen it like 10 times.
I wish, all those people that just shoehorn a bunch of super good movies at the end of the year. I hate that. I
Me
wish,
too.
there's no reason you
Yeah.
can't put that out in January and just lock it in for the whole year.
Yeah. Biggest surprise of the year?
Yeah.
Definitely for me, Lego Movie.
I would agree
That
with
was a
that. I had
great
absolutely no interest in seeing, and I feel like that movie got snubbed pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like
Not getting animated.
It
Yeah.
did not
Yeah.
get even a
there's like,
nominated.
They got
they
the
had
stupid
those two-
song. They got the song nominated.
yeah, the songs that they nominated. They had those two stupid, like token, like these are not American animated movies that
Yeah.
are Japanese that nobody watched.
Right.
I mean, how good they
Or
can it
usually
be?
French. Yeah.
To
French.
be
Yeah.
fair, though, no, they're Japanese and
Oh, this year?
This year, yeah.
Mhm.
I just feel like it was just a really long toy commercial.
Yeah. But it was so good.
But it was good.
It was so satisfying.
Especially when they added in like actual Will Ferrell right there at the
Yeah.
end. Like it was like okay, and everything's product placement.
Yeah.
Have you seen? They did the honest trailers for Lego Movie,
Really.
and
They're trying to
and
shit on
the,
it.
The start. Well, they do that for every movie. So you kind of take it with a grain of salt. Like
Mhm.
they're gonna do that no matter what. Even if it was a great movie, like Guardians of the Galaxy, they still kind of did that. But for the starring part, where they talk about the people, it was just he's just like naming all the Lego sets you can buy from the movie. It's like Emmett's construction mech, like the double-decker couch, like but they use like the actual boxes.
actual
You can actually
boxes.
buy these like sets.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
great.
It really is like Lego is one of those companies that's like, yeah, we're gonna advertise to you, but
You
we're
know
gonna
what's
make
cool
it good.
about Lego is they have so many different properties, and that was kind of one of the fun things I thought. Is
Yeah.
the movie had Ninja Turtles, it had Star Wars, it had DC, it had Marvel, it had so many
Mhm.
different.
I love that they did they showed the different universe, showed Bionicle universe, like all these
Yeah.
universes we won't show,
Yeah.
and it's Bionicles like
it's
one of them.
fun- yeah.
Like one of the properties we already have all the assets made up for. No, we
Right.
won't use those.
No.
We don't use any of those.
It was like a weird mix of like CG and stop go like animation.
Yeah, like the opening credits especially.
Yeah. Like I'm like, is this CG or not? It's hard to tell.
Well, yeah, when you did like the little floaty ghost on the string.
Oh, it's
that
like
made me laugh too much.
purposely really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. It's like, okay, this just became stop animation, but
Yeah.
it's not really stop animation. He's just
But-
really dangling a ghost on a piece
It's
of
like
floss.
it's like the
Yeah.
beginning of Team America World Police,
Yeah.
where it's the
Oh. The marionettes.
the
working
marionettes. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, wait, is this what it's really going to be?
What else? What else?
The
So
interview.
I haven't seen the interview yet. It's on
Actually-
Netflix now.
Yeah, there's no reason not to watch
I
it.
just haven't sat down and been like, oh, watch the interview. I didn't have any
Saw it.
interest in seeing it before the whole Korea thing happened. And
I did. I thought it looked
yeah.
funny, and then when the whole Korea thing happened, it made me want to watch it more. And then I
Yeah.
did watch it. I rented it. I paid money
Yeah.
for it because
Yeah.
I was like, fuck
It's
yeah,
$5?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, it was like I think it was like it was $5. I think.
I was 5 to rent it. I remember.
But I watched it with my family, like my uncle, and
What they think?
they loved it. I was surprised. They
Yeah.
loved it. They thought it was hilarious.
So I should watch it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's nothing amazing.
Better or worse than This Is the End?
Worse.
Okay.
Worse, yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
the end was a lot funnier.
Okay.
But this one has a lot of good moments. James Franco, this movie, first time I really got tired of him.
Really?
I got really tired of him.
I just want to point out that the guy that plays Kim Jong Un is the guy that played Asian Jim
Asian
in
Jim.
The Office.
Well, his character is you're not supposed to like him. Like he's supposed to be like
Yeah.
the biggest douche, but it's like his
I
most
get it.
natural role he's ever had. It's like he's been method acting, preparing for this role all his
All
life.
his life.
Yeah, it's like
James Franco, we want
Ooh.
you to be yourself.
did you watch Gone Girl?
No, I did not see Gone Girl.
Highly recommend it. I loved it, but that's the role Ben Affleck was born to fucking play.
Yeah.
Like he is such an unlikable douche, and like you're supposed to not really be on his side, and you're not.
Yeah.
You're like, well, fuck
Kind
you.
of like Joffrey in Game of Thrones.
Not that bad.
Okay.
He's just really unlikable. He's just, and they even
He's
call
not a
him-
product of incest.
No.
Oh,
He's
gotcha.
not that bad.
Like,
okay.
Other characters call him out for being smug, and
Yeah.
you can just, you're like, I couldn't put my finger on before, but that's what you are. You're fucking
You're
smug.
smug as fuck. Yeah, there's a lot of movies on my list that I have to see that I just haven't sat down.
I
and
really
watched.
highly recommend Gone Girl. That's one
I still haven't seen the I physically bought. I paid money for the Raid 2, and I still have not seen the Raid.
I
2.
want to
That's
go
good.
over to
I've
your
heard
house.
it's better than the Raid, and I
We're gonna
love
get
the Raid.
in our underwear and we're gonna go to your living room. We're gonna watch it with
Can we
a
eat
bunch of
Cheetos?
beers. Eat Cheetos.
Yeah,
We're gonna fucking geek the shit out of that movie because
Okay.
it's worth
you
it.
know what? Done. Let's do it.
We need to watch it again without the interruptions we have.
Without the interruptions, yeah, it took forever to watch it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what was happening, but it just took forever. But you know what?
What was happening?
I don't remember.
Jim remembers. I can see his
Oh,
eyes.
that's right. Okay, I'm not gonna say.
I
But
don't want to close my
My
eyes.
don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing. So even when no, okay.
That's it.
I just hope that Interstellar for like cinematography stuff
Yeah.
wins whatever
You know,
it gets.
if there's two
For,
things,
like, its
there's
practical
two
effects?
things. There's two things I think Interstellar should win for.
Uh-huh.
And I think the sound mixing
Oh, yes.
Mm,
was in that movie. I think
the
no matter
bomb.
how good you can get things visually, the sound for me is what made it. When the ship was spinning and
the
like,
music with
the
just
mu-
blur
yeah,
everything
How tight was your butthole?
during that
in
whole
the
spinning
sequence.
scene.
when he was trying to match the rotation, yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty tight.
pretty
It was
tight.
it was like it was in there. It was all clenched. Not as clenched as like most of the way through Gravity, but
Yeah.
it's still it was pretty good. I like that movie, but it's one of those movies I've seen it once. I don't know if I really care to see it again.
want to see
Like I don't think it ever deserves.
Gravity or
no
Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Oh,
Like,
Interstellar! I saw it twice. I loved
No.
it.
I don't.
I'm gonna
think
I'm gonna buy it.
I definitely don't think it deserves like a best picture.
No, it wasn't the best
nomination.
movie,
No.
but it was original. It
Oh,
was
absolutely.
fucking awesome.
Well, we need more original sci-fi.
Exactly.
movies.
We need something that's not a
But
remake.
then,
Yeah,
bite your tongue because we got one.
I know.
Jupiter ascending, baby. The
the
Wachowskis coming at you.
coming at you. You have to call them the Wachowskis now
Yeah,
because
it's
they're
true.
not brothers anymore.
They are kind of
One
awful
of them's a
at doing.
girl now
They are, yeah, with purple hair.
with purple hair.
It-
Yeah.
Like not only is it a girl, it's a scene girl.
It's not. Yes, she's like a teenage scene girl.
Even
now.
though he's 45, you
Inside,
can't
I'm all-
transition. You can't transition out of your age. I'm sorry.
you can transition to sex
I
all you
can
want,
lie as a
but I
teenager.
draw the line at your age.
Yeah, you can't like, oh, I'm transitioning
But,
into a
Mom,
23-year
This is
old.
who I am on the inside.
Grow up, honey. Anyways,
It's not a phase.
like
It's
they did,
never
they
is.
did great. They did great with what they could with V for Vendetta.
Uh-huh.
The Matrix started going downhill real fast, but that's
Man,
because
I think,
they just
I honestly kind of think the Matrix is kind of a fluke.
Oh,
Like
for
they
sure.
had one really good story, and then they were like, "Yeah, let's make two more."
they're good at doing things like at making stuff.
What is this?
Smell it.
It's the fugu.
It's Jamaica vodka.
Oh Jesus,
Smells
that's
good though, right?
it. Does it's just
It's
vodka still?
hibiscus.
It's the ballast
No
point
matter
stuff.
no matter how good, it still smells like vodka.
It's a fugu Jamaica.
By us, fugu.
But what were we talking about?
Jamaica.
The Wachowskis.
Oh, yes,
bunch of
guys.
hacks.
I
the
feel like,
Wachowski people.
yes, I feel that they like the Matrix was a fluke, and then
Yeah.
that's why the other two that were following them just were increasingly worse and worse.
Yeah.
And then I feel they can work something as long as they can follow something that's
But you know
already
what's
shot
weird?
for them, like V for Vendetta.
Yeah,
was like,
absolutely.
hey, here's all the screenplay already.
Yeah.
In comic form,
Yeah.
and then just kind of
They
cut it
basically
down.
just adapted a comic.
and it was
yeah.
it was a great adaptation.
Yeah, it
because they
was.
can do those like high like crazy fight scenes. They're great at fight scenes.
Yeah, absolutely.
but they're awful
just-
at
so what I-
everything
what I
in
hear-
between.
What I hear from Jupiter Rising is just that it's just ridiculous
Yeah.
and uninteresting.
Okay.
Sean Bean is a space beekeeper.
No, beekeeper.
Psychic bee
He is
farmer.
a bee.
Oh,
He's a
bee.
half
No,
bee.
he's half bee.
Oh, that's right, because Channing Tatum's half wolf.
Half wolf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grr.
And guess what his name is? Guess what Sean Bean's name is in the movie? Stinger.
Stinger. That's right.
His name is fucking Stinger.
What is he? A transformer?
God damn it.
No,
Or
he
G.I. Joe?
actually dies within the first half hour
Right.
being smashed against somebody's windshield.
That's what I do. Kind of want to watch the movie just to know if he dies. I'm not even kidding. I
That,
could
that
probably
should
just look
be.
it up.
There's a website called Does the Dog Die? There needs to be Does
Oh.
Sean Bean
Does
Die?
Sean Bean Die?
But it'll be honestly like a text file that's like 3 lines.
Yeah.
Like,
and
they're the ones
every-
where he
in-
does not die.
In every movie except for National Treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets arrested and will probably die because he was basically assaulting, trying to commit treason almost.
Yeah.
With national
Yeah.
treasures.
Yeah. But yeah, Jupiter Ascending. Okay, did you watch Speed Racer?
I did.
I
have
enjoyed
seen
it.
It was okay.
Well,
You
not
know,
like
It
not like
wasn't
like
as, honestly,
woo, but
it wasn't as bad.
It's
It
as
wasn't
good
as
as
bad
it
as
could
I
have
thought it was going to be.
It's as good as a Speed Racer movie could have got.
It's Speed Racer.
Yeah, yeah, that's like this is Speed Racer. It,
Yeah.
The weird thing is now on the internet and a lot of like things with whenever somebody brings
It
up
has
the
a cult
Wachowskis,
following.
now they're like, you know what, Speed Racer was way better than than everybody gave it credit for.
No, it's got a cult
was-
following.
it was
now.
okay.
Yeah.
It was okay, but it was
I
like
agree.
yeah,
It wasn't fantastic.
I haven't seen it.
I feel like
refuse.
maybe
It was eye candy.
people panned it pretty hard.
it
when
looks
was out.
awful. It looks awful.
Well,
it looks
the
like a
anime
cartoon.
looks that's what they were going for. is the
Yeah, I
problem.
know, but it's
Yeah.
just like come.
The problem is they nailed exactly what they were going for.
Yeah.
he just hit it on the head.
John Goodman as the freaking uncle.
That's
is amazing.
perfect,
Yeah,
yeah.
Really.
I love John Goodman.
He's great.
Yeah.
He was a fat transformer.
I really wish they didn't try and put him in
That movie
stupid
is
Blues
hands
Brothers
down
movie.
my personal worst movie of the year.
Oh,
Transformers.
Transformers.
Transformers 4?
It goes
Mm.
Transformers 4 and then The Hobbit.
You know, I haven't seen it. I was going to, and
Yeah.
I just chose to
It's
spare
just-
myself the pain.
The Hobbit, the 20-page stretch.
It really
Well,
is.
Well, once I read on the internet, it's like, oh, Legolas harder than Legolas ever could Legolas. And
It's
I'm
so
like,
true.
Oh god.
Okay, so it's gonna be just him surfing on fucking.
No,
orcs
it wasn't even that.
somewhere?
It wasn't even that. There was this collapsing bridge
Oh, get
that's
the
falling.
fuck
It's falling. It's midair and he falls down.
Motherfucker.
And what he's doing is he's Marioing up the falling bricks.
Oh god.
And if they'd done it really fast, I probably could have bought it. But they went super
Oh my god, no,
slow.
no,
So I was like, oh,
No.
cool. Oh,
No.
all right.
your chub went away.
Yeah.
like
Did you go watch it?
My favorite character was Dane, the dwarf king. Like he's like super Scottish. He's like the other dwarf king.
Yeah,
the other mountain.
the other from the other mountain. From
mountain-
the other dwarf mountain.
The other side of the mountains.
Yeah. And he is like super Scottish, and he's just like a badass, like super like, oi, let's get him. Oh, I can't do a Scottish. I'm super. Don't
Well, he's
care.
basically like a wow dwarf.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly what he is. But apparently he's all CGI because the character had like a stroke or something.
oh my god.
So he couldn't act.
Like, did they get like mocap of it,
I think
or did
I
they
don't
Aaliyah
know.
him? Did they
It's just-
Aaliyah him?
Oh my god.
But I just read that. I couldn't honestly. I couldn't even tell he was CGI. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked him. He was my favorite part of the whole movie. But the movie is like 90% that the battle,
Yeah.
and it's just a lot. It's like getting a cake where there's like a little bit of cake and like 90% frosting,
Oh,
but it's like it's like a normal size
You're
cake.
like, this is
you
good,
know?
but it's just a lot. It's
it's a lot. It's just a lot. Yeah.
Because like
we
the
get it.
Battle
You
of
own
Helm's
what
Deep.
a
And there's some terrible lines in it.
Oh, I
So
bet.
because you know there's the culmination of the whole love triangle between Feely
Which
and the
just-
elf chick
Which
and
shouldn't have
Legolas.
happened.
on.
And spoiler alert, and it's hard to spoil a 60-year-old book or actually an 80-year-old book, but Keely, is it Keely or Feely? They both die.
both of them died.
They both of them die in the book, so they die in the movie too. So the whole time this whole love thing's happening, I'm like, he's gonna die.
He's dead already.
He's gonna fucking die. Doesn't matter. So he's dead, and she's cradling him in his arms, and it's after they both said they love each other and stuff.
Oh man.
And Thranduil, freaking Lee Pace, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Pace
like,
with Connie
he's like, she's Evangeline Lilly's like, why does it hurt so much? And he's like, because it was real.
Oh.
Oh, and the whole movie he'd been telling her that what she was feeling wasn't love.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And it was I could not groan hard enough.
Harder.
And fun fact, Lily doesn't even know this, but
Girlfriend.
when she groaned, my girl,
Well, she
she
will now.
groaned at the same time that I did, in the
Nice.
same way. Like it's kind of when I kind of fell in love with her right there.
Nice.
So just like, oh my God, this girl's perfect.
You watched it with her?
I watched it with her.
What'd she think about the movie?
She the exact same thing I thought.
Jesus.
No,
You
we
guys are
didn't.
like the
Jesus
same.
had nothing to do
No,
with it.
Jesus was not
Jesus
there.
is not there.
Uh,
I hope not, because he watched
Well,
some naughty things.
oh
They-
God.
Anyway, yeah. So don't
yeah.
recommend watch. Honestly, that the
I need
last
to
one
watch it.
Don't even wait for the
I need to
DVD.
watch
ruined
it.
all three movies for me.
Yeah.
I was
Like
kind
I
of
liked the first one.
Well, we watched the second one
We
together.
watched the
right?
second one
We
together.
both kind of liked it, but I watched it again, and it's just like
No, and this thing,
oh.
I kind of liked it the first time.
Yeah.
I rewatched it, and I was just so bored watching it because it's
Yep.
like a 2.5 hour movie, and it takes 2 hours to get to the fucking dragon.
Yeah.
And then the dragon is like the first 10 minutes of the new movie,
Yeah.
and that's it.
and that's it. And so get this. Okay, so he kills the dragon. It's Bard.
Bard.
Yeah.
So he's on the top of this tower, and the dragon's coming in him, and everything's on fire.
coming in?
Coming in him.
He's coming.
Hold on.
The dragon is.
This is a far
chasing-
different story.
Is it-
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Dom, is it a Dom sub
It's a
relationship?
Dom sub
So the
relationship.
dragon.
It's sort of a 50 Shades of Grey
I
meets
see.
The Hobbit.
The dragon's new scale weakness is
So,
Bard.
This is
the
Is
dragon,
Bard.
the dragon's flying in, and Bard's son has climbed the ladder. He's like, Dad, I love you. I,
love
want to be
you,
with you,
Dad."
whatever. And so his bow thing breaks, and he's got this black arrow. So he basically his son stretches out his arm, and he uses his son
To fire this
to
thing?
fire the arrow. His son, he's like, don't move. And the arrow is on his son's shoulder, and he's like aiming it. And I'm just like, what the fuck? What?
So does he decapitate his son by
No.
when he lets go of the freaking
But
thing?
in
Because
all
the string
honesty,
does
he
have to.
absolutely should have.
If we were watching a real life situation, it would have been
Yeah.
gone way different.
It was so
Yeah.
terrible. It was terrible. So I would give The Hobbit Battle of Five Armies a solid 3 out of 10.
Nice.
Maybe 4 out of 10, because there were some
Okay.
interesting parts.
So I felt so. My brother Dalen, you know my brother
I know
Dalen.
Dalen.
When I was home for Christmas, he was like, "Oh man, I got the second Hobbit movie on Blu-ray, and my
Yeah.
girlfriend hasn't seen it." And I'm like, "Oh, I feel good." I'm like,
I
I'm
feel
jealous
good
of her.
about this.
and he's like, "What? I thought you liked Lord of the Rings." I was like, "Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings."
I love Lord of the Rings.
And I even liked the movie enough to watch it again, and
Yeah.
I gave it my patience because this would have been the 4th time I've seen it.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, the
the-
Desolation of Smog,
Yeah.
which has a titular line in it.
Yeah,
And every time,
desolation.
the desolation of Smog.
But
and-
watching it
Fuck.
through the eyes of somebody fresh,
Yeah.
I was just like, "Oh God."
I'm so sorry.
Well, because
I'm so
okay,
sorry.
because my brother likes it a lot.
Okay.
And I can see what he likes about it. And that's the
Poor
thing.
little-
That's the same thing that I liked when I saw it the first time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But watching it for like the 4th time,
Yeah.
it's just like that fucking barrel scene just
Yeah.
now just
Oh my
grates
God.
on me.
Oh,
It's
it's
like-
like so
It's
long.
like 30 minutes almost. It's
Yeah.
like 20, 30 minutes. It's of them just escaping that
Oh,
fucking thing.
fuck.
3
And
sentences.
it played out exactly like a video game.
Yeah.
Oh, we're making progress. Oh, now I got to get out
Quick
and
time
go
event.
flip the switch.
Quick time event.
And there's a bunch of quick time events going
Yeah.
on, and fucking
Hop the barrel.
what's his face? The fat one's like
Yeah.
spinning around, like knocking
See,
everyone
and that
out.
part, it's cute and funny and stuff, but it
Yeah.
doesn't serve any
no,
point.
it
at
did
all.
not need to be in there.
It's just pure.
Well, the
sugar.
point,
it-
what
no,
they
it
wanted
did-
to do, what they wanted to do is they wanted to show you that the orcs were chasing them. They wanted to
Right.
remind you.
But does it take 30 minutes to show that?
No, absolutely
No.
No. What it was is called "We Need 3 Movies."
And we got to bring in Evangeline Lilly for
No,
one
that's
more scene.
absolutely right. Is
we
they
need it.
really
It's
want
called
this.
padding.
Adding.
It's like butter scraped over too much bread, if I may borrow the colloquial term.
But can you imagine?
It's almost the inverse of that. It's like a stick of butter on a cracker.
Can you imagine though?
Yeah, it's definitely like.
But that much
whatever.
CGI for
I
substance.
really fucking
Fine,
hate
fine, I
both of
get
you and
that.
your metaphors right now. I fucking hate you.
What's
But
a
can you
metaphor?
imagine? Shut up. Can you imagine if it would have been 2 movies? It would have been
Oh, it would've
so
been
good.
great. If they cut out all the shit.
all the
bullshit.
Similarian shit, it would have been one good movie.
Yeah.
Even if it was 2 3-hour movies,
Yeah.
6 hours instead of 9 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
fuck you.
it could have been 2 movies. Absolutely. And it could have been 2.5 hour movies. And
Yeah.
been absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And I would have loved it. It would have been so good. I think part of the problem is I feel like there weren't a lot of practical effects as there were in Lord of the Rings in this movie. It was all CGI.
They've gotten too good at it.
Yeah.
Well, like somebody brought up King Kong on Reddit the other day, and people were saying, "Oh, it's a pretty good movie. It's like fucking 3 hours. You don't see King Kong until the first after the first hour."
Yeah.
But that's kind of how Godzilla was too, and I like Godzilla way more than I liked King Kong.
Which I have King Kong, by the way.
But that,
HD DVD.
That was like the first HD DVD.
It came with my 360 HD DVD player.
But I was reading over like the plot because I forgot like the plot points. But I know they go to the island. I know there's like bugs because the bugs
they
scene
go to
is,
the
like,
island.
awful.
They have to deal with the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs.
Then there's the dinosaur. There's the T-Rex Godzilla fight.
Right.
They lose the chick.
The King Kong fight.
Sorry.
Godzilla.
The T-Rex Godzilla fight.
Sorry. The King
And
Kong
then he
fight.
gets
Then he gets the
and then they
girl.
go rescue her.
Yeah.
And then they
And then
capture
they capture it and bring it back
him
to New York.
with like
And then they kill him.
Isn't it like one bottle of fucking what's it called?
Chloroform.
The chloroform. Is it like one bottle of chloroform
That's
or
all
is
it
it like a
takes.
bunch of it?
It's like a
He's a
barrel.
lightweight.
I don't remember.
It was
But-
his first time. He has no tolerance.
Yeah.
But then they go ice skating.
They
I remember
roofied
that. They go in fucking like they're in the city and then they go
They're in New
ice
York.
skating.
They're in New York.
After he escapes.
My favorite part of that movie is Andy Serkis being eaten by that giant like
That's the
carry-on fucking worm thing
That's
that
the
just
fucking
like
worst.
absorbing
nightmares.
his face.
Nightmares. For days. Nightmares.
So I'm really excited about Andy Serkis having a part in the new Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And he's actually playing Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Like he's just a guy. He's not playing Andy Serkis, but
Okay.
he's not a CGI character. Is what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah.
He's not mocap.
He's playing Andy. He's playing his face.
He's
using his face.
You're going to see his face.
You're going to see his face.
You know what's weird though? So reading interviews with Joss Whedon,
Mhm.
he just seems so fucking tired.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
just seems so just wasted. Because like, I mean, doing those.
Well,
two
he's not
movies-
doing the next 2 movies.
I know. Yeah, I think that's why he's
The
dropping
next 2
out.
Avengers or next like
Well, the next 2 Avengers are the Infinity
The-
Wars, Part 1 and Part 2.
And those are gonna be done by
And
the
the-
guys who did Captain America.
The second
Winter
Captain
Soldier.
America. Yeah.
Winter
Which is
Soldier.
great.
Yeah.
And you know,
It's a good movie.
if anyone that's done a Marvel movie isn't going to do the Avengers, it's either going to be James Gunn,
Yeah.
who I fucking love, and
Love
apparently the second movie got greenlit as soon as
That's
the first
James.
movie
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah.
Or the guys that did Captain America: Winter Soldier, because that was a fan. That's honestly up there on my top. I would say top
Mhm.
5. It's somewhere in my top 5
Mhm.
for movies of the year. Captain America: Winter Soldier is solid.
It
You
is
know
a perfect filler movie.
Yeah,
it's not
for
like
sure.
it's not like a point like you hit with the Avengers or what you'll hit with Age of Ultron or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a perfect segue
Filler-
movie.
it's
But
like-
it
in
was
between.
shit. It's like Empire Strikes Back, where like shit happens in this movie, but it's not the culmination and it's not the
Right.
beginning of
Yeah.
it.
Right.
It's all exposition, but it
Yeah.
all still leads to a climaxing plot.
Right. So
With Robert Redford.
With Robert Redford. Compared to Empire Strikes Back is pretty apt in that point.
Yeah.
I like to rate movies of when I bring them home for Christmas and I have my dad watch them because
Well, if
he-
your dad likes them.
because
yeah.
he likes to talk
Yeah.
during movies.
Yeah.
And I think I've said this before on the
Yeah,
show.
you have, but it's cool.
He will just sit there and he'll guess the ending
Yeah.
right away. And he did that with Inception, which I thought was strange. He knew that they were going to end with the spinning top. And I was just like, how in the fuck?
Is your dad autistic?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. But
Are
he,
you poly sure?
I don't know. I don't know how sure I am. But yeah, he watched that movie. And when I brought home the Avengers, that was one where he sat down here and watched.
Yeah.
And this year with Winter Soldier, he sat there and watched it because it's enthralling. It's
Yeah,
good.
it's so from start to
there's-
finish. It's
When they go back and get the Falcon, that's kind of the lower point of the movie.
but it's not a bad low point.
right, because it's
Yeah.
right after the fucking
They
whole
needed
thing with the
They needed a MacGuffin.
yeah.
They needed something to get him back up on the thing.
Yeah.
And that was basically
And
it.
really, the scenes with Falcon are the weakest scenes.
No,
Well, he's
no,
Captain America
I will.
now. What are you
I
talking
will
about?
disagree. The scenes with him, like when he's the Falcon, yes,
Yeah.
but that
That's
opening,
what I mean. That's what I mean.
what the opening
The opening's
scene,
great.
the opening scene where he's running around the
I
thing
mean,
was
with
so
him,
good.
that was perfect.
On your left.
When it's
On your left, son of a
but when it's
bitch.
CG, when it's him flying with
Yeah.
the fucking wings, that's
I
what
thought it
those
was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good.
It's the
It wasn't.
weakest.
I was a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, It was that I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, Winter Soldier, good. Guardians of the Galaxy, favorite movie.
Oh, dude, that movie's so it's got everything I want. It's funny, it's entertaining, it's got story, and it's kind of, I mean, it's for all intents and purposes, it's standalone.
It's a perfect summer movie.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
Sure.
I mean, if the whole Marvel universe thing weren't happening and they didn't tie this in with Marvel universe at all, it stands really well on its own.
So I got the Blu-ray. I tried to go get the steelbook because
With the tape in it and stuff. Yeah.
Well, it's just styled like the tape.
There's no real cassette.
There's
There's
no
no real
cassette.
Oh,
cassette.
fuck.
You can buy the cassette though.
Can you?
Yeah, but
To put it in my Walkman that doesn't exist?
exactly.
I was gonna say, like,
But-
I can buy it. Like, I'll go to a pick and save because I'm sure that's the only place you can find an actual cassette. I have an old stereo. We can burn it, the thing off from iTunes onto a CD, and then I'll record it onto a tape.
Like we used to do for like mixtapes off the radio.
Yeah.
You have to hit record this.
Just
I
iTunes.
did
You
buy a
gotta wait for that-
Soundwave.
Shit, he started talking over the beginning of the song. You son of a bitch! I fucking hate you,
I have to
DJ.
wait again. They
So-
did it on purpose.
Call up
Yeah,
and make
they did
another
it on
request.
So I drove all the way to Ramona to try to get that steelbook, and they were sold out by the time I get there.
Fuck.
And then a couple of days later, so I just bought.
This is not coming up.
Yeah, you're an asshole. I bought the Blu-ray, just the regular version, and a couple of days later, they put it on fucking.
It's not me.
I hate you so much.
Sorry, hold up. It's not me. Okay.
It's rounded out.
It's right.
Like the gravity
Yeah.
tip on its dead. I'll go get mine.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway, they put it on BestBuy.com like a couple days later, so I
Yeah.
got it, and just I tried like listening to commentary is kind of hard, but I got like through most of the movie with the commentary, and like there's a lot of really good shit in there,
Yeah.
and they've been doing the rounds on the podcasts, James Gunn and his brother, and it's been pretty good.
Dude. Okay. So, I mean, I've always liked James Gunn.
Yeah,
He's done a bunch of great movies. Super was a fantastic movie.
Super's a great movie.
Is it still on Netflix?
I don't think so.
It was on Netflix for like a long time, and I watched it on there. And I had never heard of it before. It starred Rainn Wilson, who
Mhm.
did an AMA last night, which is okay.
He's all right.
It was all right.
I
I didn't
heard
know he
his-
was so religious.
Yeah, well, he's not. I mean, he's got
Baha'i.
his weird Baha'i.
Baha'i faith.
Yeah. Well, his whole website
Baha'i.
is Soul Pancake. It's all
Right.
about like spiritual shit.
Yeah. I just wasn't expecting that. I didn't.
Yeah. He's been doing that for a while. For a while.
It's been a while.
Uh,
You're the best.
You're welcome. And I am.
yeah. What are you drinking now, Mike?
So this is Iron Fist, which is a local brewery. Rubus Vigoratus,
Now,
which is a stout brewed with cardamom and raspberries.
ah,
Now, and it's aged at least 6 months.
Interdesting.
I'd put my wiener in it.
You already did.
Oh.
It's got
It's
hairs.
that's very red.
Is that why it aged? Yeah.
Oh,
no,
you got some.
Yeah.
You want?
No, I'm good.
All right.
that's all yours. You know what though? I'm not a big fan of the stouts.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
not
stouts.
not
My
a stout
girlfriend
fan.
loves stouts.
Nice.
Fuck you.
I'm more of a pale ale person.
I'm just more of a lighter.
He likes the
ales.
lager.
No, not lagers.
How about
lighter,
a nice
lighter,
lager?
lighter.
Oh, lighter.
I like not like
lighter
Bud Light,
lager.
not like Bud Light, but I like just lighter beers.
Okay.
You know what I watched over Christmas break? I got my family hooked on Fargo.
I have not watched Fargo.
There's
Dude,
dragons here.
dude, it's so good. Billy Bob Thornton as like the
Yeah.
main villain, and Colin Hanks and
Martin
everyone.
Freeman.
Yeah.
Martin Freeman, dude, like he's
got
good at
a-
a bunch of shit.
It's one of those things I've heard everyone talk about, but I just haven't watched it.
It's definitely worth checking
Yeah.
out. I bought the season on Amazon,
Yeah.
and we seriously I showed my brothers the first episode,
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, whatever, like
Yeah, that's exactly how it is.
yeah, that's how you'd have been. But they watched it and they couldn't wait to watch the rest of the season. And it was like an event every day of my
Yeah.
vacation. It was like, we're gonna watch like 2 episodes of Fargo tonight.
Do you know people say that about Peaky Blinders? the
That's
new
what I've heard
Netflix-
too.
I watched like the first half. I didn't know what to expect.
I don't know
from the
anything
name.
about it.
I thought it was gonna be a comedy, honestly.
Yeah,
So I didn't know what to expect. I just heard a lot of people say, "Oh, watch Peaky Blinders; it's really good."
yeah.
I got halfway through the first episode, and I had to go do something else, and I didn't really care to finish it.
That's
but
how
I-
I was with Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
and I usually really like Wes Anderson,
Wes
but
Anderson, yeah.
I got up to do something or went to sleep or something,
Yeah.
and I just never finished it.
You didn't like those little models of a hotel?
I liked it enough, but it's more the same to me.
Yeah, it's Wes Anderson again.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Yeah,
I like Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about Parks and Rec.
Yes,
because it is the best season.
It is super good.
Honestly,
though, okay, we watched one episode.
Yeah,
and that was probably one of the weaker episodes I've seen.
Which episode?
The one where they get locked up in the office.
No. So that was the turning point for me because the first I think that was like the 4th episode. I think the first 3 episodes, Ron and Leslie are mad at each other.
Yeah,
and I was kind of iffy. I was kind of iffy. I'm like, I don't like that they're mad at each other because you go from them being friends for 6 seasons and then suddenly they're super mad at each other. But that episode is the one where they reconnect. And I think the reveal in that where they kind of show why they were mad and how Ron felt. That to me, that was actually I kind of felt like a little emotional about it.
It didn't affect me at all. The later episodes, the JJ's Diner, the latest one, the wedding, those ones are way better to me.
The whole Genuine thing in that.
The Genuine thing was amazing.
Genuine, get it together,
dude, and the whole treat yourself.
Like that was so good.
Yeah,
that was so good.
But yeah, the episode with Tammy was fantastic in my opinion.
Yeah,
where Jam is dating Tammy.
Yeah, and like Ron, he's basically Ron.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's got the mustache,
and she's like walking around naked in the library.
That's great, and no one cares.
No one
keep
cares.
it down. She's getting naked.
He's naked.
I thought that was great.
Yeah, it was really good.
But the one where they're locked in the office was one of the lower points for me.
Yeah, that was my favorite one of the seasons.
And then the first episode was really low.
Oh, the first episode was pretty low. and after watching the first episode, I was a little like, I don't know. Yeah. The whole Grizzle thing with their futuristic phones and stuff doesn't bug me as much as I thought it would from the previews. When I saw the previews and I saw everyone's using like futuristic like tablets and stuff, I was like, nah, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I do like the jokes, like when they snuck something in the contract because they did it on December 18th, 2015. He's like, that's when Star Wars came out. And the joke about in
Game of Thrones.
The Game of Thrones.
That
was pretty dumb. It makes sense if you read the book.
Game of Thrones is like the season finale with
the series finale.
Series finale crossed over with something.
Yeah, it was pretty.
But I really liked the guest appearance of Werner Herzog.
Well, who is he?
I think that was the first episode where what's her name? Ashley Aubrey Plaza. And Andy.
Oh, he was the guy that showed them the house.
Yeah.
That was Werner Herzog. That's right.
And what's great is I listened to a bunch of podcasts that have Werner Herzog as a character. Werner Herzog, and it's so funny hearing how accurate the impersonations are.
Really?
Sounds just
if you don't know, Werner Herzog does a lot of animated stuff.
No, he does documentaries mostly.
Right, but he's done.
Did he do animated?
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know. But
who did that thing of my spoon's too big?
That's Don Hertzfeldt.
That's Don Hertzfeldt. Yeah. Never mind. Werner Herzog does documentaries. What did I say?
Man.
What did you say?
He did Grizzly Man.
That's right.
He did a bunch of weird shit.
I totally actually knew that. I just got them confused.
You're just an idiot.
Maybe. Science is still out on that.
That's fine.
How's the record? Is it going?
It's going good. All right, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I like it. I still like it. There's been like one or two, I think, like the Beach House episode was only okay.
So weak.
Yeah,
but the one with the latest one with what's his name? Cyril Figgis on Archer.
Oh yeah. Where
SNL? What's his name?
Chris Parnell.
Yeah, he was the attorney that.
I think he was a judge.
He was like a head lawyer or something like that. He was
DA.
It was a DA. Yeah, and he's like doing coke
in the bathroom.
You can't. You don't know if doing coke. You've got it on your jacket.
Not anymore.
I'm not usually this wild. It's just the coke.
It's super good.
It was really good.
Yeah, I really.
I love that they broke him and his girlfriend up so he can get together with Detective Santiago.
Yeah.
But I really like. I think one of my favorite episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine this season was I had it, and then you started talking. I wanted to say,
take your time.
All right.
Take your time. Just take it.
Let's see. We can cut this out. And
No, I'm not doing
All
it.
right.
Okay.
Not picking up that.
Take your time.
Not picking up that.
It wasn't the.
Take all the time you need.
It wasn't the stakeout episode. That's for sure.
No, definitely not.
What episode was it? It was a good one.
Brought to you by Fugu Hibiscus.
I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. They're all. You know what? Here's the thing. If you're at home listening to this and you haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you're doing yourself.
Watch it.
You're doing yourself a giant disservice. I know a lot of people that are like, I don't really they don't really like Andy Samberg, so they don't want to watch it. But you know what? He's actually pretty good in this. And even if you don't like him, it's got Andre Braugher, who's my second favorite character.
So good.
Who I thought would be Terry Crews would be my second favorite character. Because I love Terry Crews. He did an AMA. Did you see his last AMA?
Yeah, he was fantastic.
So good.
But Andre, what's his name? Andre Braugher.
Andre Braugher is the captain.
He was in a movie I saw recently.
Fantastic Four, Rise
Yes.
of the Silver Surfer.
Yes. How did you know? Did I post it? I did post it.
No, you didn't.
Because I posted.
No, I just
how bad that movie is. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Because no, I think I was watching
It was a CinemaSins or
CinemaSins.
something like that.
Yeah.
CinemaSins.
I watched it the first one and the second one, and I forgot how fucking awful that movie is.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
So bad.
What?
I forgot they had Galactus in it.
Yeah. Oh,
That's how
but
bad it
he's
was.
not even Galactus.
He's not. He's just a
like
cloud.
a cloud.
He's the Cloud Galactus.
I was hoping that you maybe see like an outline of Galactus in the cloud.
Giant purple fist.
No.
Something that to show you it's not really just a cloud. They just didn't want to show Galactus or something. It's literally just a fucking cloud.
Everything's in the cloud.
Oh my god.
To the cloud.
That movie's so.
Oh, it was a terrible movie. So what do you think of the reboot?
Also bad.
The trailer looks interesting.
So it's
Cronenberg inspired.
I was super anti Fantastic Four.
Me too.
They're just doing it to keep the license.
Exactly.
They're gonna fuck it up. You've got a black guy playing Human Torch. Like
I
don't really care about that.
I honestly, I want to not care about it. I just think it unnecessarily complicates the story a little bit.
No, but why though?
Because his sister is white.
So
Yeah.
And there's just no reason to do that.
what if the actor was the right actor to play?
Are they now half sister and half brother?
I think that's
Are
what
they,
they're gonna probably do.
are they as adopted?
Probably.
Because
I just think it's unnecessarily complicated.
I understand.
I think they either both should have been black or both should have been white.
but that place is. But
If that character was, if he was such a good actor, maybe make him Reed Richards. Why can't Reed Richards be black?
well, what if he's the perfect fit for Johnny
If
Storm?
he's such a good actor, I think he'd be
That's what I'm
anyone he
saying.
wants.
I'm just saying, like, I think,
I'm not gonna not see the movie because
yeah.
the Human Torch is black.
Yeah.
I just think it unnecessarily complicates the story.
Sure, because
That's my whole
you have
point.
to fit the story around it because of it.
Exactly.
But I think that's fine.
And if he is a great actor and he wins me over for it,
Mhm.
then I won't say another word about it because I'll accept it.
Right.
I'm just saying, from a guy who hasn't seen the movie,
Right.
like,
But you could for
but
example,
knowing about the characters, I'm just gonna say, and it's the same thing when they talked about
Star Wars.
No.
I thought you were gonna say the Black Stormtrooper.
I don't. Who cares? Black
Ghostbusters.
Stormtrooper. No,
Ghostbusters.
I'm talking about they wanted Donald Glover to play Peter Parker.
Oh yeah, I thought
And
they were
I
gonna-
would have been
Ultimate Spider-Man.
absolutely fine if he was Spider-Man, even if Aunt May weren't black, because I figured that you can talk about. He's adopted anyway.
Right.
And it's his aunt.
Exactly. It doesn't really matter.
Mhm.
I'd have been absolutely fine if Peter Parker was black. I don't
Mhm.
care.
Mhm.
But when you have a direct family member,
Mhm.
that part, it's just like, if they're gonna explain it, that's fine.
It's just weird.
If they don't talk about it, I guess that's okay if he's a good fit. It's
Mhm.
just, without seeing the movie, it's a little weird.
Mhm. Well, who is it? Michael B. Jordan, right?
Yeah, it's the guy from Chronicle. The black guy
and
from
he's
Chronicle.
also in Star Wars, isn't he?
I don't think so.
He's Mace Windu
I'm
Jr.
No,
Ace Windu.
I forget Michael. B.
I don't think he's playing
Michael B. Jordan?
the one black guy from the Star Wars trailer.
Waste Windu.
I was looking him up real quick. I got him confused with somebody else. Oh yeah, he was in Fruitvale Station. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, he's not in Star Wars.
Fruitvale Station did not get any recognition whatsoever. It was
Was it
supposed to
good?
be like a huge movie, and it got like no recognition. He also was in the Flashpoint Paradox as Cyborg. That's why.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I mean, he was good in Chronicle. I
heard it was
Chronicle.
good. I didn't
You haven't
see
seen
it.
it. Oh,
It's a
better
good-
it's a better Dragon Ball Z movie than the Dragon Ball movie. That's for
Oh,
sure.
that's damn sure. It's one of the better like found footage movies.
And it
Yeah. Oh yeah. For a found footage movie,
It
it's
has
actually pretty good.
Miles Teller in it, right? The guy from Whiplash.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I'm psyched to see him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
That's
He's
which
he's
one?
Good
gonna
That
for
be
one?
popping up a lot.
He's gonna be Reed Richards,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
which looks is kind of weird. It's kind of like a young.
He's way too young, to be
Yeah.
a Reed Richards. Like, yes,
Well,
I
they're
have
all-
that gray streak in my hair,
Yeah.
but no.
I just saw him play an 18-year-old playing drums, and now he's gonna be fucking like the
Reed
leader of it.
Richards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
But anyway, the trailer won me over a little bit.
Oh,
I
me
was
too.
excited. You know, it didn't.
It's
win
just
me
the
over.
style.
Yeah.
The style is good.
Well, it looked like the Interstellar trailer.
yeah.
Mhm.
Cornfield.
Yeah, cornfields.
Cornfield.
Cornfields
Space.
in space.
But so I guess they're including it's the ultimate storyline or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the negative zone that
Yeah.
gives them the powers, which
Yep.
I think is cool because no other movie, like a comic book movie, has really explored the negative zone at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I also
And-
love that they're not trying to make Doctor Doom get the same
Yeah.
thing at the same time,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
last
Well,
one.
because they tried to tie it to the elements in
Yeah.
that one, where it's like, I am earth, wind, fire, water.
Lightning,
It was metal, I think it is what it was.
because that's
Yeah.
not Earth.
Um, you know what trailer didn't win me over though?
What's that?
The Daredevil trailer.
Isn't that a show?
It's a Netflix show.
Netflix show.
Yeah.
It looked okay. It looks better than I thought.
I-
Here's where I'm going to still hold on to
Yeah.
it. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah. this is
sure,
not
yeah,
real.
absolutely.
Kingpin.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's that. Well, that's like
I mean,
he's
I'm
my
not
linchpin
saying,
for
I'm
that.
not saying
for
I'm not gonna
watching
watch it.
for
I'm not saying I'm
watching
not gonna watch it. I'm just saying the trailer
Didn't win you over.
did not tickle anything in my body.
It really isn't that impressive.
No, it's not. It's not.
It seems like they were kind of going like a WB approach,
Kind
like the
of.
Flash, or
Yeah.
like Arrow. It's
Or
just
what
not,
were you wanting
and
them
you
to
know
do?
what?
House
They're-
of Cards approach, like kind of gritty.
yeah.
DC is really. I think honestly, I feel like they're
Well, that's
they're just
Daredevil's Marvel.
clueless. I know. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
because
Yeah, DC is
DC has great shows. They've got Arrow
Great-
going on right now.
Great TV.
Say what
Yeah,
you will
great
about
TV.
Gotham, I
Arrow's
guess.
great. Flash is good. It's good. It's
Okay.
not great, but it's good.
Tell me your thoughts on Gotham then, because
I see. I Gotham. Fuck Gotham. I hate Gotham.
see that's what I keep hearing. But then other people are like, "Oh man, it's getting better."
Well, see, here's the thing.
Goth-
I watched the first 7 or 8 episodes. I think they're on like 14 or 15.
Mhm,
So there's not that many episodes I haven't seen.
mhm.
The problems I have with Gotham are fundamental problems with Gotham. The actors are fine. The
Right.
stories weren't bad. I just have fundamental problems with a Batman show that or a show
Doesn't have
about
Batman.
Gotham that doesn't have Batman but does have Bruce Wayne as a tiny kid
Right.
trying to be Batman.
Right.
Like it's
Is
too
he-
early
is he
for
going
him.
around and doing shit?
He
Fuck
every
you.
episode he's
Fuck
like
you.
training. He was like putting his hand over a fire, and he's like, "Why are you doing that?" He's like, "To prove I'm not afraid." You know, things like that. And I'm like, he's
Proves you're
too,
dumb.
He's too early to be Batman. And they're introducing a Joker. They said they're going to introduce a Joker storyline by the end of the first season. And like, it's too early for the Joker. The Joker needs Batman. The Joker is Joker because Batman is Batman. And they've said that many times in the comics.
Right.
This is the issue I have with Gotham, and it's like they're trying to basically make a Smallville.
Yes.
The problem is that
But they're not focusing on Superman.
yeah. Well, I know. They're supposed to, it's Batman because it's
Well,
Gotham.
no, no,
I get that.
No.
They're focusing
They're not
on
focusing on
Gordon,
Bruce Wayne. They're
Yeah,
focusing
yeah.
on Gordon.
I know,
Yeah.
but
which who
the,
gives a shit?
the whole thing is
sorry.
you can't really do a prequel and drop out the main character. Smallville, at least it's like the superhero.
the
Right.
The superhero was
Yeah.
still there because
It's about Superman.
because Superman's alter ego is Clark Kent.
Right.
Because he's always Superman.
Right.
He's born. He's Superman.
Yeah.
Batman. He needs to become Batman.
Right.
And this makes no sense.
No.
because
It
he's
makes no
not-
sense.
It
He's
doesn't
not,
make
he's not
sense.
even trying to be. He's trying to become Batman, but it's not where he learns to become Batman.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, my biggest problem with it is definitely the Gordon angle. Is I've never really I like Gordon, but it's like as a main character. I
No,
don't care.
honestly, if they had the show and it was just about Gordon
Yeah.
and his fight with like because
Like
crazy
corruption,
mobs.
with the
Falcone
mobs,
family.
yeah. If it was just him, like in the city, kind of going to hell, and he's fighting the mobs and stuff, I would absolutely love it if it was just that. But they have Alfred being a dick and Bruce Wayne over here being tiny Batman, and they keep trying to to shoehorn Batman shit into the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, they had an episode where people were getting high, getting super strength, and it was like an early form of Venom. You know,
or
where
what's his name?
well, it's the Venom poison.
Venom
Bane.
poison. Yeah,
Bane.
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 Yeah, yeah.
That's
Venom
what he
is
did.
the
That's what he
name of the
uses.
poison,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's an
Tweed.
early form of Venom to create Bane. So it's just there's all this shit they're trying to shoehorn. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
Batman. Oh, that's Batman. And Edward Nygma is the forensics guy or whatever. It's like you just don't need that shit. You don't need it. You don't. Need
You're a very puzzling character, Edward.
That's a riddle.
You sure like riddles, huh, Edward?
Edward Nygma.
Isn't it weird your name is Enigma?
It's like Enigma.
Riddle.
And then they look at the camera and then they flip off everybody in the audience.
It's terrible.
What I thought was interesting is that I really liked. I started reading the New 52 Batmans, which is
going away.
Yeah,
the Damien is brought back just to die again, or
Well,
for it to all die again.
that's not the thing. So the thing that I like, because I started reading it kind of after that, is right after Damien stuff, is they kind of went back to Batman's origins and kind of retold it when he comes back to Gotham and starts like actually forming the Batman character.
Yeah, and you know what? I just want to point this out while you're talking. The Batman timeline is the most fucked up thing
It's
about
completely-
New 52. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't
He's
make
only been Batman for like 8 months.
Well, no, that was it was like a flashback.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you're only flashing back technically
So-
about like 6 months.
So the year zero storyline
Yeah.
was really well done, and it was like the Riddler won. The Riddler fucking took over the city. Batman's gone. Batman's dead, and you had I forget the name of the character. He's kind of like he's a bone. He's like his
Scarecrow?
whole body is taken over by bone. No, I forget his name, but
Marrow?
he can regrow. He can like
Is it like a male
regrow.
marrow?
Isn't that a Marvel thing?
I don't know.
They like to rip each other.
Boner.
Boner ring.
It's like him and Riddler kind of takes over the city, and Riddler outsmarts Batman multiple times because it's still a young. It's like
Are you thinking of Black
21
Mask?
No,
Because he has like the skull face.
no.
All right.
This guy literally like you cut off his arm and it regrows because he has regenerative bone powers.
So Wolverine.
Not really, but it's
But
like
yeah.
he looks like
Bonerine.
his whole body is taken over by the calcium or whatever. Like so he's all kind of gnarled and stuff.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I forget his name, but he's a really cool
Bone clay face. Bone face.
bone face.
Bone face.
Clay
He's
bone.
bone face.
He's an interesting bad guy, but Riddler outsmarts Batman multiple times, and it's like really well done. I thought it's usually like where Batman will be like, "Oh, I was one step ahead of you this whole time," even though it's like clear like he wasn't. And this one, he's like, "Oh fuck," he's all fuck, and then like he almost dies. You know, it's pretty cool. I thought the year one storyline, year zero, and it finally came to a conclusion, and now they're back to doing the Damian bullshit, and Damian's back. And fuck you, DC.
Out of all the characters, you can't say that you're surprised to see that Damien is back.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
Can we talk about how Wolverine's dead?
Oh, he's going to die. He hasn't died yet.
No, he did. He died.
I thought
No,
he,
he
I
died.
thought
No,
he
he
was
died.
going to die.
No. What happened was they covered him in adamantium,
Yeah,
and he's like a adamantium statue, like
Statue.
on his knees. He's dead. It happened in the comics.
but he's not
You can-
dead. He's just in
Well, he
captivity.
can't breathe.
He can't breathe. He's dead.
He doesn't really die.
No, because they took away his regenerative powers
Oh,
too.
he did?
Yeah, that was part of it. Is he didn't have his regenerative powers anymore.
All right. Well, you know what?
So he's a statue of himself, or is it just like a slab pile of?
Well, it's
adamantium?
like a Wolverine statue made out of adamantium.
Hmm.
Like a
So
way,
so it's like the adamantium. Han soloed him.
basically, yes,
Aren't
absolutely.
they also? I heard that they're getting rid of like they're all the alternate storylines and stuff for Marvel Universe is getting I think it's Marvel.
It's Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
going to like the
Well,
Forbidden
it's-
Zone or
it's-
something.
Yeah,
some
it's
zone.
going to be like the Ultimate Marvel and Marvel, the 616 universe.
all fucked.
Everything's going to go into one. Right now, they're doing the Spider-Verse thing, which I think is how it's going to start.
Yeah,
Because
that's how it's going to start. But it's like that's what I always thought was kind of weird because they're doing Secret Wars, and Spider-Man was already the linchpin of a series
the
that was
original
already
series.
called. It was called the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
He's basically
That was
linchpin
Black
again.
Suit
'Cause,
Spider-Man.
yeah, right now it's like there's a Spider-Verse thing going on where it's like every Spider-Man,
iteration.
every is like interacting with each other.
Yeah.
And
there's
there's a cou-
multiverse.
yeah, there's a couple like funny little nods in there, to like the movie Spider-Mans and stuff like that.
There's movie Spider-Mans. There's a Spider-Man where it's Gwen Stacy.
Oh,
Right, yeah, that was
that's
pretty
The,
cool.
the white,
Yeah.
the white is, and she's like a white,
She's like a white Spider-Man.
white, like
yeah.
her outfit's white, and then there's just
Yeah.
a regular, just chick Spider-Man too, which is kind of cool. Like
cool.
it's, I think
Yeah.
she's like Mexican or something.
Something like that. It's like a female Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right, can we talk about some video games?
Can I talk about some comics real quick?
Sure. Oh, I absolutely. I have comics. We'll do a quick comic corner.
Okay.
Comic corner.
Comic
Comic corner.
I'm using up all comic corner time on this song.
Comic corner.
I just want to talk about
Comic corner.
I want to talk about comics.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's a page turn.
Comic corner. Comic corner.
Okay.
Comic corner.
Can I go?
Suck my dick.
All right, I'll go. So I read Marvel issue 1. Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah.
It is fantastic. Honestly, it's so good. I can. It's really good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my! I have like 3 copies of that. Did you watch my Loot Crate unboxing?
I did. I commented on it, I think. Or
I didn't see any comments on it, but maybe
I watched it. It was great.
The newer one I did, where I got
From a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, I want to do more of those.
Yeah, it's awesome. Watch, subscribe to Mike.
I have a YouTube channel.
Trusty sidekick.
It's just my case, actually.
My case.
Yeah. Anyway, so I bought 2 copies of Marvel issue 1 of the new Star Wars
because you got the
I bought the digital copy, and then both physical copies come with a digital copy. So I have 3 digital copies technically.
Let me one.
All right. And then I have I got Loot Crate came with an exclusive one with an exclusive Loot Crate cover.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think they're gonna be worth money.
That'd be cool.
But it's actually really good. It's a good setup. This month starts as a Darth Vader standalone comic, and then next month starts a Princess Leia standalone comic.
Now, how do those work? How do
well, so as far as I know, there's a Star Wars comic that's going to be going on, and then there's a Darth Vader standalone, which is separate.
But in terms of storyline, where does that take place?
I don't know where the Darth Vader and Princess Leia. I think
galaxy far, far away.
From what I've seen from like the comic, like the first issue of the Darth Vader comic, he's in Jabba's palace for some reason. Okay. So I don't know if it's gonna be around Empire, like Return of the Jedi time. The new one takes place in between episodes 1 and 2. The new comic. Okay. And then the Princess Leia one, the pictures I've seen were like right after episode 1, where they were like in the.
Now none of this is canon.
Oh, it's all canon actually. Yeah. And in fact, right now, aside from the Star Wars Rebels TV show going on, the Star Wars Clone Wars TV show, which is fantastic and everyone should watch if you like Star Wars.
Both versions.
Yeah, I would say that both versions. Although I think the Genndy Tartakovsky one isn't considered canon.
Well, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, but the animated
one is.
Other than the movies, the only thing actually canon is these comics and the animated cartoons that we've.
Interesting. We live in a strange world.
Yeah,
strange time.
A lot of people are butthurt about that. They're butthurt.
Of course they are. Are you kidding me?
There's some terrible books
there
out
were,
there.
How many years were people buying into the extended universe?
Yeah.
Reading like Chewbacca dying.
I'm so glad about it.
Destroyed.
I'm so glad about that because
emotionally
there's so many terrible books, and it'd be hard to pick and choose. This one's canon, but this one's not.
Really though, okay.
There are some characters that should be in canon.
Thrawn. There were some good. No, listen. There's some good characters.
Yeah.
But I would rather throw them all out and hope they reintroduce those characters rather than say, okay, these books are canon, but these books are not. Right. Yeah.
But of course, people are pissed. I mean, I'm not surprised at all.
Well, there's a emotional and financial investment.
I guess it happened to me early on where I just got disillusioned by the Star Wars books and the expanded universe, and I was like, no, this is kind of dumb. I guess I'm over this.
But so you have the Star Wars comics.
Yeah, super good. If you're into comics or you wanna get me into comics, I recommend it so far.
No, this is different from the Star Wars.
No, so that I only bought like the first 4 issues of, and then they announced that they were gonna end the Dark Horse license, and I think I don't know if they finished it or not. I stopped paying attention. But there was a deal where you could spend $300 and get every Dark Horse comic ever made.
Well, for that,
the problem is though it's digital. If it were physical, that'd be one thing.
Reading comics on my computer.
I don't mind it on my phone.
I hate it.
My iPad is the perfect thing.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice because you tap left and it zooms in on a panel and you just have that panel like super big.
Yeah, but I lay in my bed and I just put it close to my face.
Sure. But you could have bought like every Star Wars comic for $300, like 20 years worth of Star Wars comics. But I just if it were physical, it'd be one thing. It'd be kind of a collector's thing.
Mhm.
I don't know if I care about owning that many comics
No,
digitally.
digitally,
Yeah,
no.
I'd never read them as a
No.
problem.
Well, as I say, speaking of digital comic, I just downloaded. You might want to read it still. The end call that because we watched Jadarsky's Dune the other day.
Oh yeah.
How was that?
It's really good.
It's really good. This guy is a like. I tried.
He's nuts.
He's a nuts, insane director, but nuts in like a good way. Like
Yeah.
we need people like this shooting movies because
All right.
it inspires other people to shoot new things.
I had heard a lot about this documentary, and everything I heard was positive. I was like, "How could this be?" Like, it's a guy about a movie about a movie that never got made.
Right.
But like, so many things that
Spawned off of this.
spawned
movie.
off of this. The fucking like all these people that he rounded up. He got this dream team, and they kind of set it up like that. He's going around collecting his dream team to make this movie.
His spiritual
all-
warriors.
All these people went off to do all the sci-fi that you grew up with, like all the
Alien,
major
Blade
shit.
Runner.
Wow.
A bunch of stuff like in Terminator. Like he had like all these ideas for like the whole idea of like a robot walking around, and then you see from the robot's perspective, it's scanning things.
Yeah.
That
That
idea
came
from him, and the whole reason was because he got the first guy on his team to get it was to do all the screenplays with him was a guy named Mobius who did
Yeah.
a bunch of comics, and so they ended up doing a comic together, and I just picked it up. It's called The End Call, and it's like the Inhumans.
Yeah, I'll check it out. The thing I liked about that too is that like there's this book. It looks like a phone book. And how many hours of the movie was it going to be? It's gonna be like a 9-hour movie or something.
Yeah, it's bigger than a phone book. Dude.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like this
huge.
thick and like this huge, and they're all it's 9
Scene
by
by scene by
scene by
scene.
scene by scene by like by camera angle. Like it's
Wow.
everything's paneled because it's done basically by a comic artist.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I would tell him like, okay, I want to zoom into this, do zoom into this, and it'd be cranked. The scene would be cranked out in like a minute. He'd be, and he would
He's
have
like a
out like
printer.
he would just be. He'd be like just talking this stuff, and it would be printing out a screenplay. Like he would just be sitting there drawing out
Dang.
this entire screenplay.
But
the entire
it would
thing.
have been like a 9-hour movie. Like, if
And he
would
had
have
like
done
this crazy cast. He had like Salvador Dali was going to be on it.
He was going to be paid
uh,
$100,000 an hour or something.
But he was only what he was going to do is use him for like about like a minute, and then just make a robot like cast of his face, and then have his robot like because he's supposed to be the emperor, and so he's going to have like this robot do like all the bidding from because the emperor could never be seen kind of thing. And so
Right.
then he would never have to pay Salvador Dali shit.
And then his son, he was going to have his son be the main character who goes through all these trials and tribulations, and had his son train for years.
Really?
to
While he
play
was
this
getting
character.
all of this movie set up,
Yeah.
like for 3 years,
He's like, go
for
off,
8
son.
hours a day, 6 days a week.
Wow.
He did this
Go
martial arts
train.
training with this freaking crazy martial artist.
So you can
guy.
play this character, and then he never got to play that character.
That sucks.
And to be
It's
honest,
so good.
he's like the spitting image of Michael Fassbender.
Wow.
But anyways, like
Anyway,
that comic, yeah,
Jodorowsky's Dune. Watch it.
go watch it. It's a
great.
crazy movie.
I want to talk about
Video games.
Well, I want to talk
Video
about
games.
comics first.
Okay.
I picked up the new Saga. I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
Have you been keeping up with Saga?
I have,
You're
I have
behind.
not. I have super behind.
I need to lend you them because it's gotten really, really good.
Well, it's always been really, really good.
I know it's gonna only keep getting better. East of West, I kind of dropped off on.
Yeah, I never got into it.
It's a hard
I
one
never
to
got
keep
into
up
it.
with.
Yeah.
That's like the post-apocalyptic.
Seriously
one.
though, Saga
Saga?
is the best comic I've ever
I
read.
just started. Yeah, I just started.
History
Reading.
is-
I got like the first
yeah.
12.
It's so fucking
It's so good.
good.
It's so good.
And yeah, I love that fucking comic. And then I picked up what else did I get? Oh, the new Hawkeye, which I love. I
man.
love
Matt Fraction's Hawkeye is is
I
one
started
of the best
reading.
comics.
I started reading his Sex Criminals.
How is it?
I got the
Is it good?
first. I got the first trade paperback, which has like the first
Yeah.
6. It's really good.
So I think Matt Fraction is just really good.
He put a scene that's like a musical.
Yeah.
And he's like, we couldn't get the rights for this song because they couldn't put the lyrics in there. But like, you can imagine this part, we'd be singing this chorus. It's so ridiculous. And I have to think like, okay, did it really work out like this? Because it's
Right.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Or did you just,
Is that how you planned it?
did you plan
Yeah.
it to be like this? Is it like a meta or is it just one level of meta? It's really weird, but I had to lend it to you. It's really funny.
All right.
Okay. Video games.
Video games.
What have you been playing lately, Mike?
So a lot of WoW.
A lot of WoW.
A lot of wow.
I
And
can't believe that works. I can't believe
Well,
that works.
from the two WoW players.
A lot of WoW. Okay.
and Shadows of Mordor.
Mm.
I got it on Steam sale. It was actually like the only thing I bought
When
last
did
Steam
that-
sale.
When did that come out?
Came out
October,
October, I think.
That's the one.
or like end of September, maybe.
Tell me about
I'm pretty
it.
sure it started as a Batman game. It feels like it started as a Batman game.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed knockoff, definitely.
Whatever,
yeah.
So it's just you play this ranger, and I was actually the first time I saw it as a Lord of the Rings fan, I was super turned off by it. 'Cause
Really?
it sounds like really like fan fiction-y. But if you don't, I mean, it's got like Lord of the Rings elements, like the orcs and stuff.
Yeah.
But the cool part about it, and the reason I can kind of dig behind it, you can't do everything in there. There's just it generates orcs randomly, and there's like a nemesis system. So like it's like, okay, you gotta fight this orc, and I not interviewed, interrogated this orc and found out about this orc over here who might know something about this orc over here.
Really?
And that's why I say it's kind of a Batman game, because I could totally see Batman like knocking up henchmen, finding out about different bosses.
Yeah.
And
It's like Arkham City.
Yeah, kind of, but like super, like it makes it up as it goes along. So kind of like Left 4 Dead, how they just kind of generate and spawn things randomly. The game kind of does that, where like it'll make up a character I just unlocked over here, and then I'll now have to go fight him. And he has a weakness to, he doesn't like wargs. He's terrified of wargs. So I'll go over here and I'll unlock wargs and make him run through the camp. And it freaks him out, and I can take him out, let me long range with like a bow or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's got a lot of really cool things,
Different aspects.
different aspects of the game.
Did that get any like good reviews? I don't.
It just got an actual award for the best story this year,
Yeah,
Really?
it was a really good story.
or for 2014.
So basically, what happens is you start the game out. You're a ranger with your son and your wife, and then orcs and they attack your post and kill everybody, and I think they kill you too.
yeah,
Once you get taken over by this like elvish spirit or something like that, or a ring wraith.
I think what it is like you're like a corporal, rather, like you still have a body, kind of like a zombie.
Yeah.
But you're like one of those things that like Aragorn unlocks at the Return of the King.
Yeah. They're kind of ghosts.
They're like he's like an undead ghost, but he still has his like body.
Yeah,
it's
but
not like he's just pure ghost.
Yeah.
Right.
Because like that's how he's able to like see like his eagle vision kind of stuff that they do in the game. Like, and I watched a couple of gameplay. Like I got kind of turned off by it until I started hearing like all these great reviews about it.
Yeah.
It's because I watched gameplay of it, and it's like, okay, wow, he's walking across camp just like Ezio does, and I'm pretty sure I've seen that same 3-braided rope with the wood tackling in it in every single Assassin's Creed game.
Oh, absolutely.
But
it's a really good Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Game.
It's a great way to adapt that engine.
Yeah, absolutely. The Nemesis system is a thing I hope kind of catches on
And it's
to other
made
games.
No, I don't think it's made by Ubisoft.
No, I don't
No,
think
it's
so.
not.
I don't think so.
Interesting.
I don't remember who it's made
I don't remember
by.
either.
Shadows of Mordor.
But I hope that Nemesis system catches on to more games, because it makes the game a lot of fun. And I kind of had nightmares about it after like the first night I played it. I played it for 3 hours, and I went to sleep.
It's Warner Brothers Interactive.
Oh, so it's the same Batman. Yeah.
So then, it is basically
Monolith Productions. I don't know who that is.
That's,
Anyway, so you had nightmares.
I had nightmares about it because I thought I dread that like orcs were coming after me and shit.
You know what, Mike? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The orcs aren't coming for you, man.
Well, when I woke up, I realized that, but in my dream,
Mike,
I didn't know.
That's some
Mike,
fucking pussy
It's
shit.
gonna be okay, man. Mike.
I also, the funny thing about that dream is I was trying to call into work to let them know I was going to be late.
Getting chased by orcs.
Fighting orcs.
Oh boy. Okay. Here's some games that have been produced by Monolith. Gotham City Imposters. I love that game.
Great game.
Great
Yeah.
game. Guardians of Middle Earth
I have it. I've never played it. I think it's an RTO kind of.
has a 56 out of 100 on Metacritic. Fear 2, Project Origin.
That's
Have it.
You know, actually, that's actually pretty good.
Fear
Fear's a pretty good game.
Yeah,
Fear 2?
Yeah, it was good.
Fear 1 was made by the exact same team that did
It's Pandemic, right?
no.
Oh.
It's the exact same team that did Condemned.
Right.
And basically it feels just it's like if
this is the same company.
Yeah.
Condemned, Criminal
yeah.
Origins, and Fear.
Condemned is actually a really good game.
And The Matrix Online.
It was the most adult game on the GameCube and Wii.
what game? Condemned?
Yeah.
Fear- oh,
It was on-
really?
It got on the GameCube?
Yep.
Because that was like the 360 like launch game.
Published by Sega for PS3 and Xbox 360.
Look at the first Condemned.
No, Condemned 1.
Greg Grunberg. Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
Greg Gumberg. Look at the first Condemned.
Criminal Origins.
That's the second Condemned.
No,
Bloodshot.
Origins.
Bloodshot. Right.
Yeah, oh, it's like
I'm just
Condemned
reading it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I'm just reading
I don't
it.
know shit.
Look at the first one.
I'm trying. I'm
Go
trying to
back.
find it.
That, well, that was the like
Go
Condemned.
back.
Condemned was definitely the game that introduced the whole like Dead Island has it where it was like
360.
you had like the melee weapons that you had to that you carried around.
360.
It was
Windows.
it was absolutely on GameCube. It was on a Nintendo platform. I remember it. So we did GameStop at the time, and they were talking about.
360
I don't think so, man.
PS3, man.
I swear it was.
Maybe 2? Are you
No,
thinking maybe
it was a different game.
Are you thinking Manhunt?
I was thinking Manhunt. Sorry, you're absolutely right. I was thinking Manhunt. I was
Okay.
absolutely thinking Manhunt.
Not the same company, but Guardians of Middle Earth, Gotham City Imposters. Man, that I really like that game a lot.
Actually, I was saying Matrix Online was actually pretty cool.
It was a good game.
So I
It just did less because they didn't keep the servers up.
yeah.
And it was
But you could
the
do a lot of
PS2
you could do a
stuff.
lot of crazy stuff on Matrix Online.
All right, I want to talk about. So I played a couple of games. I've really been not playing games lately.
Yeah.
But I got a Wii U, and so I played like Mario,
Smash Bros.
Mario Kart. It feels like those. It doesn't feel like a new game. It feels like new shit has been added, but it's like it's just
The
a
same
fun
game
game.
again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a fun game.
I want to get a Wii U for the Legend of Zelda game.
That's what I'm excited. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that day one purchase
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, so I've been playing that, and then
And losing a lot to me is Peach.
God damn it. He
All hail the
kissed my ass.
patriarchy.
But- Let me tell you, when I play a game where there's multiple people on screen and you're working together, I let the other guy go first. I always just do. I just like, well,
What
go
game
ahead.
is this?
This is
The Super Mario 3D
Gotcha.
Land on the
Mario
Wii U.
World. Yeah, it's like it's like
The one with the cats.
So you're too nice.
well, I try to be like, okay, we're in this together. If you're gonna go first, go first. Go ahead.
In games, I am
And
ultra
then
aggressive.
so he's super aggressive. So it's like, all right, cool. You're gonna get that guy. I'm gonna go over here and get this stuff. And he always ends up with like not a score that's like twice as much as mine, like
4
six times. Yeah.
4 to 6 times as much.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, how many coins did you get? And it was and there's a couple times like I was like, okay, I'm gonna just fucking go for it and just like not care. Because like you've played games Raul
Yeah.
where he just doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, it's honestly sometimes it's really funny and sometimes it's super annoying.
yeah.
Like if I just want to play the game and
Yeah.
he's like, what the fuck?
Speed
I'm
run,
shooting
speed
the-
run,
Mike, I'm
Speed
shooting
run.
the wall. What am I doing?
speed run.
Speed run. Like, no, just what the fuck are you doing?
But sometimes
Stop.
I'll get into that mode and then I get there and I'm
Yeah.
just like barely less than his gym score. I still don't beat him. But yeah, it's been fun. And
That was the great way to pass Super Bowl Sunday without sports.
yeah, we did that pretty much all day Sunday. The cat suit is
It's
kinda-
overpowered.
It's way overpowered. I like it a lot. And
I like it.
okay, but the things I really want to talk about, I want to talk about Life is Strange.
Okay, what is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
I've never actually heard of this. So
It's an adventure
Do
game,
tell.
a story adventure game.
Skinix.
It's by Square Enix in the same style as like Walking Dead, the new Walking Dead game.
So it's like a point and click adventure. kind of thing?
but it's not point and click. It's like it's more story than gameplay. But the thing is, you're a teenage girl, and in Portland, so it's like all this hipster culture, and they pointed out a lot.
Is it current day or is it like
Current day.
okay?
Current day hipster bullshit. They point out a lot. The soundtrack is one of the best fucking. It's so fucking good, but it's a lot of like choices. It's a lot of choices like fuck. That's 90s. I don't know. I don't understand.
That's why you identify with it.
But it's like whereas Walking Dead, they promised a lot with the choices stuff. It's like
They did.
if you make a choice now, it affects you later in the game, and it did. If somebody
Kinda.
dies, you make a choice and then you let somebody die, they're not going to be later in the game, and so it's one person instead of the other. But it doesn't make that big of a difference.
That choice never had like that doesn't.
Yeah, it
matter
doesn't.
anymore.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
I was
so
actually
much.
super disappointed when you pointed that out.
But my favorite thing though is like in The Wolf Among Us, at the end of every chapter, they show you who chose what. Like if you were in if you like
The majority,
60% of people
Yeah, they
chose
did that
to
in
do
Walking
this.
Dead too, yeah.
Did they do that?
It-
Walking Dead. Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Did they do that too?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they
that
did.
too.
All right.
With
Well, they-
definitely with the little girl one. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so they did that in this one too, and it was really cool. But it seems like
In
this.
fact, I felt it was sort of invasive
really
that they know that, and other people know that I
Mhm.
chose.
that you
what I
chose that.
chose.
You chose what you chose.
Fuck them.
Oh.
It's my story. I could choose whatever I want. I don't
So-
wanna know.
All hail offline play.
Thank you.
So in
Single
this,
player, offline play, master race.
So in this game, Life is Strange, you're a teenage girl. You discover you have the ability to rewind time, and this has been done in games before. But in this game, you can only rewind like a minute, maybe. But
High School Sands of Time.
So you can basically like if you get a question wrong in class, you can rewind and get the question right, and then have the teacher like you, and the teacher's hot, so you want to be like, good grace.
Is it a dating sim?
No.
He's playing as a girl. He's playing as a girl.
Yeah, it's so
That's even better.
cliche.
Is it a guy teacher, Ryan?
It's a guy teacher
Of course.
at a photography school.
Does the
It's just
controller
like-
rumble when
It
you
is
get
like
wet?
fanfic.
Are you sure this isn't one of those dating sims that Liz plays?
It's basically like that. But like here's
Senpai!
the thing, though. With all the complaints I have about it, because there's a lot. I mean,
There's a lot of complaints about it
it's super cliche.
He really uses that
there's-
rewind thing a lot.
because he sucks.
Actually, no.
Ryan sucks
No,
at
you
video
don't.
games.
What? You don't.
Ryan sucks at
Why do you think it gets
only-
4 to 6
God damn
times?
it.
4 to 6 times at
The
school.
only thing you can do is rewind choices you make. It's not like there's no gameplay involved.
Ryan sucks.
Fuck you guys. I gotta pee. Anyway, I like the game a lot. I can't wait for chapter 2. I actually really liked it a lot. And the soundtrack's
Chapter
good.
2.
Have you played the Game of Thrones game?
No, fuck
I
that.
have not. Thomas has, and this is like, and Phil started playing, I think, because
I
it's
saw
released
Phil.
too.
Yeah, I saw Phil.
But he really George R. Martin's you, because apparently right at the end of it, no matter what you do, at the end your character just kills off.
That sucks.
Yeah, just no matter what you do. your
Spoiler
character-
alert.
Spoiler alert. Your
No matter
character's
what you
gonna
do,
die.
your character's gonna die.
Yeah, you don't fall in love with your character because he'll definitely die.
That sucks.
But I've been playing Dying Light, which is Dead Island remix
With parkour?
It's like Dead Island and
It looks awesome.
Mirror's
Mirror's Edge, yeah.
Yeah.
And it is amazing because I just
Did they announce a Mirror's Edge 2?
No.
Not yet. All right.
that's always been
I don't
in the
think so.
quote in the works.
Yeah.
And then like I think they're gonna start developing one when what was it?
Half-Life 3 comes out.
No. When they were starting to get stuff for Oculus.
Ah.
And so, but then Oculus got bought by Facebook, and then now it's in limbo.
Fuck. That was the worst thing.
Acquisition ever?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Anyways,
Way to set video gaming back like 10 years, if not more than that.
this game would have been perfect for it too,
Yeah.
for Oculus Rift, because it's perfect. Like you're running for it.
If
This-
you don't know
game
what
would be
Oculus Rift
amazing.
is, it's sort of a VR. It's like basically a screen that just goes right on your face.
like it's like 2 screens over your eyes.
Yeah. So you just basically just see everything as your screen.
So they're making a prequel, and
To Mirror's Edge?
to Mirror's Edge coming out in 2016.
What's it called? Mirror's Precipice?
Mirror's Edge. It's called Mirror's Edge.
What?
Yeah, I don't
There's
know.
already a game called Mirror's Edge.
I
I
don't
own it.
understand.
I bought it.
They're
I
devil
bought
may
like
crying
$7.
it. They're devil may crying it.
I don't understand.
He just might cry.
Just gonna cry.
Wait, isn't it a Capcom?
Did I-
Electronic Arts,
Did I
EA.
buy the-
EA.
Yeah.
Did I buy? Yeah, it's definitely EA. Did I buy the new Devil May Cry?
The new one, the brown haired devil may cry.
I heard it's actually pretty good.
It's because it's more like cel shaded cartoony, which makes more sense. I mean, because he's just slicing the crap out of things.
Well,
on screen.
there's Devil May Cry, and there was Devil May Cry 3,
There's Devil
and there's
already
Devil May Cry
cried.
4.
there was a
Devil-
2.
Nope, there
No,
wasn't.
yeah, I have it. I have it.
It's terrible.
I have
It's the worst.
it's 2 terrible discs.
Did you play
of
the
game.
sequel?
Yeah.
Devil Cried. Devil already cried.
The devil cried one time.
The devil definitely cried.
Devil stubs his toe.
It's been a while since the devil cried.
Been a while.
Fist bump that one. All right.
Okay, back to Dying Light though. So I just upgraded my system. I got a nice tax
It's
refund.
fantastic. His system looks like my wet dream for a computer I want to fuck.
Jesus Christ.
I got a GTX 970.
I actually got a-
that's all I upgraded. Well, that in the case so that I
How
could
much
fit
was
the
that
card
card?
in.
How much was that card?
350.
Yeah.
It's about as much as with an Xbox,
Yeah.
Xbox One. Yeah,
But the case
Yeah, but it
is
plays the games play better.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had like I was SR.
All you
I was-
console peasants out there, PC's better.
yeah, here comes the PC jargon. I was cross-firing 2 cards before, but games don't freaking support it.
No, they don't. That's the problem with
Yeah.
Crossfire. And just
In general, like the
yeah.
only game that I benefited that I was able to run like ultra everything on was
and
Battlefield
SLI
4.
and all that stuff.
Was
Yeah.
Battlefield 4, and it was great, but like now it's all on the one card. Like I have the same amount of memory on one card, and it's running so Oh, good.
I got into an argument the other day with somebody on the Final Fantasy subreddit because I guess the PlayStation, the Final Fantasy 14 subreddit. I think PSN was down a couple days ago.
Yeah.
For like a while. And
well, it was down like a month ago because this happened to Thomas. He went through
Christmas.
withdrawals.
Yeah.
He went through withdrawals with Destiny.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go on.
So it's funny because someone's like, "Oh, while PSN is down, what are we gonna do?" And I was like, "You could play the game on computer because it works just fine on computer." And
PC Master Race.
So someone's like, "Oh, I like playing the game with skill rather than macros." I'm like, "Well, on PlayStation Network, you're not playing the game at all."
I just like playing the game.
Yeah. I mean, the game looks better. It's got higher frame rate. It's got higher resolution. Fuck off.
This game looks great for what I'm running it on. So that's one thing.
It looks
but
fantastic.
This game does also. It's made by the Dead Island guys, but it has all these parkour elements in it, like I said about like Mirror's Edge. But it has this day-night cycle, and the night, like you have basically all these.
It's like a Castlevania 2 night cycle.
Basically, yeah.
Because what a terrible night to have a curse.
It doesn't say that necessarily, but it's basically like, oh shit. Because because like all of a sudden you have instead of having like just like normal shuffling guys around and with a couple mixed in like guys that can kick your butt or a strong guy wielding around like some weapons, you have these crazy mutated things that will like screech out.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. You run. You do not fight. You run.
Is it like the witches from Left 4 Dead 2?
Oh
yes. Yes. Except they call like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's all one open world, and they're everywhere, and they come after you, and they'll like you can go and you can kind of hide, and like because they'll have like a watching meter, like you'll be able to break away, and
it's like a star system in Grand Theft Auto.
Kind of. It's more like spotted. It's more like spotted, like in like Metal Gear. Yeah. But you have these abilities. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then you hear just screams, and then you hear. I have literally stood up like 5 times in these scenes. I'm just like, come on, you got this. And it's like, I'll hear and because I have parkour. I'm climbing. It's like slashing my back. It's slashing my, and I'm like, I'm watching my health go down. I'm like, I climbed it. Oh, Jesus.
And he has his surround sound on and shit.
Jeez,
like it's
sounds,
you hear it coming around.
That
like,
sounds intense.
Yeah. It is fun. And I have it paused, so I want to kind of show you for when you step back in there.
Yeah. That game looks fucking amazing. What's great is that world somehow is just like really fucking dusty. There's just like all these like little dust particles.
Well, they're really showing off the wind engine, and it looks great.
Well, that's how you do it. You make everything dusty.
We were watching it with Zach, and like he was standing on a roof, and there's just a bunch of palm trees, and they're all kind of swaying, but it wasn't at the same time.
Yeah,
it was like
there was gust physics.
Yeah,
gusts. Wow.
It was like
so. It was like here and then here and then here and then
It was really cool, and it just looks fantastic.
It's Dead Island, but it's definitely not Dead Island because like Dead Island just seemed like it was supposed to be like way too hokey. You're making all these crazy things. Like you have like weapons in here and they break and you can put on like
this does it right.
The
weapon system, the building.
Dead Island doesn't suck.
Basically,
but scarier because Dead Island. I don't know. I never really played it.
I think the biggest.
I never had fear in Dead Island. I never had fear in Dead Island. I had frustration.
Yeah,
but never fear.
The biggest problem Dead Island has was they had a fantastic trailer. It set the bar super high.
And we have done a sketch that you may see someday. Half-Life 3
will come out. Maybe when the moon.
We've done a sketch based on Dead Island.
When the
I have scarred my tongue.
Align.
Method acting for this freaking sketch.
Which we filmed. I mean, it's like 6-7 months ago, 8 months ago. It's I don't know. Yeah, I stopped asking. I stopped asking.
Then he posted something, but we were all busy.
But okay, this is so I should not be putting
no tangents.
He's not gonna watch this. He texted me like a bunch asking about the final joke. I'm like, okay, yeah, the final joke. And he's like, well, what is the final joke? Well, okay, it's the internet went out. Yeah, well, so it shows it blinking, and then why does it show it blinking? Oh, because the internet's out. That's the last joke. And he's like, well, that's not funny. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm sorry. Like, that's what when we filmed it, that's the ending we had. And so it's like, if you don't like this final joke, whatever. I just didn't know like what to say. I was just like, all right, cool. Internet's done. That's how we end it. The internet's out. That's why I fucking okay. Anyway.
That's the way you wrote it.
That's what we wrote. We decided that when we were
Actually,
filming
guys,
it.
I was there too.
I don't even think it's that funny.
wrote it
either. I don't think it's.
I have a writing credit on this podcast on this sketch.
I have a cat wrangling credit for this sketch.
Cat wranglers.
I
Jim,
just don't know what to
Zach, Mike,
Thomas.
Anyway, so that is. I don't know when that'll be released.
I want to do a sketch where we have condom wranglers.
I would like.
It's called a porno. Fluffer.
Well, that would be like an after fluffer because you'd be wrangling up all the condoms.
It's all
used.
off the ground.
It's that's post. Everything comes out in post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just CGI out those condoms.
Wink.
Let's talk about
Video games. No,
more video. I don't care.
Moss video games.
What else is other people been playing?
Well,
There's one guy I know named Steve has been playing games.
me and my buddy Dom have been playing.
Orcs Must Die and Shoot Many Robots.
Shoot Many Robots.
Shoot Many Robots is
Man,
fantastic.
that
You
that
have
was
it too, right?
I have it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should play.
Yeah.
I didn't know people were still playing that game. I bought it a long time ago.
My-
I know it's been a while.
Dom just.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Anyway, so Dom was just looking for a co-op game that we could play with my buddy Jason. Who lives
It's
in LA.
fun.
It's fun as hell. It's like
Okay.
it's
Up
gotcha.
to four,
Just
up
keep
to
talking,
four,
it's
right?
Up to 4 players, yeah. Up to 4 players, and it's basically Metal Slug
Mhm.
with a mouse that you aim with.
What's cool is like and the final bosses in each level, like each section or whatever, are fun to fight. Like I never when I played that game, probably like total of 10 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe less, but it was
We just got to
so
the-
much fun.
We just got to the end of normal mode, and it's kind of like Diablo because it's like you get to the end of normal mode, and then there's hard mode, where and then
play it
there's
again.
and then there's hardest mode.
Insane move.
But it's fun. I'm sure it'll be even more cool because it's just like playing the game is funny parts.
Now what about the other one?
Orcs Must Die too.
Orcs Must Die 2. That's one I wanted to buy, and then like I was
I'm
like,
surprised they don't have it. Like everyone I know has it
I know.
because like they've picked it up in some
I was
way.
I was this close to buying it when it was released.
I think I might have picked it up just like for,
It was
like-
on Steam sale.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
know.
always on
Always
Steam.
on Steam sale.
I think like that's when I picked it up. It's like $3. It's like I've heard about it. I might as well.
I
it's
was
just $3.
so close to buying it.
It is like it's tower defense with like
Yeah,
You use first person tower defense.
well third person, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But you're actually active in the tower defense.
You're the
it's not just
defense.
it's just
Right.
not just the tower defense.
Right.
But it's pretty cool.
I have the first one. I like the first one.
It's
What's the
fun.
difference in the first and second one? Just 2 player?
I think so. I
Is
don't
the
know.
first
I never
person
played the
2
first one.
player? Yes.
I never played the first one. I
had
played the
the
second one. I enjoy it. There's a lot of cool things about it. Like they just have some crazy machines. Like they have
Oh.
grinders and shit. And
You know what I just bought
cannons and
today
stuff.
or about yesterday was Tomb Raider. It was on sale for $5.99.
Oh, I bought
They had the
that
Square Enix sale.
during the summer.
Did you buy
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it was like $4.99 when I bought it. So I got $1 less than you did. So fuck off.
No, I think mine was like $4.99, but it had all the DLC too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't
The
think
deal-
about
Game of the Year
DLC.
edition.
Yeah, I think. it was the DLC.
Spoiler alert: all the DLC is just stuff
Maps.
for multiplayer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
maps.
which I didn't care about.
No one plays.
But still,
It's a great game.
I want to play it. I saw you
Yeah.
playing it. I was like,
I was doing it when I was
Amazing.
I played it for I played it before and I was like replaying it for like a month while I was waiting in between games just getting
Yeah.
released.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to play it now that I have this new card just to try out.
We'd try it multiplayer.
Do you know what game I bought and played that I liked that I got kind of bad reviews?
Hmm.
Was Kingdoms of Amalur.
MLR? Yeah.
I heard of it.
I actually liked it. It's like Fable,
Was
but
that the one that
without
released
the
on 360?
pretentiousness.
Was that the EA one that they
It's the one
tied
like-
into like Mass Effect 2?
Like Mike McFarlane, like
Todd McFarlane.
Mike McFarlane. I don't know who that is. Todd McFarlane like designed. I don't know if he
Is
did
his strange
characters or
stepbrother.
something. Yeah, I almost said Seth MacFarlane.
There we go.
I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
remember that.
it had a bunch of different like big talents that like designed the enemies and wrote the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was supposed to be this big budget thing.
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Kingdoms of Amalur.
Yeah.
And I bought the DLC for it. It's actually I thought it was a lot of fun because like the the tutorial is pretty cool because it makes you do everything. Like, oh, now you have to pick up 2 daggers. Now you got to play as a rogue for this part.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you pick up a staff. Now you got to cast spells. Now you pick up a sword and shield. You got to do this.
That's kind of like how what's it called? Was that fuck? What's it called? Gauntlet.
Gauntlet.
In the tutorial, you play as each character.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But then you just start out as the Valkyrie.
But then
Wait, I didn't do Valkyrie. I did the mage. The
I did
wizard.
mage too.
Yeah.
I did Valkyrie. I
love
liked
the mage.
Valkyrie.
I like the
actually.
mage control scheme.
Yeah, me too.
You have to do button mashes and then you can do stuff. Yeah,
So fun.
it's a lot of fun.
I like the shield.
But warrior was kind of fun too.
Oh,
But
yeah, barbarian.
yeah, barbarian. That was it. But no, and then at the end you kind of pick what you want to do. I went mage. And it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. And I didn't beat it, but I played most of the way through it. I didn't think it deserved kind of
the hate
that it got.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the hate it got was because it was a good game. It got released, but it was right in that time where EA released like Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age 2, and they had a bunch of tie-ins where it was like, hey, if you did this, you get this armor, and it was like game-breaking armor, and it was like all that stuff where it was like the game synergy pre-order bullshit starting to really come to a head.
I don't pre-order games.
You shouldn't anymore.
We were just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like if you go on Reddit, it's like a big thing where
Yeah.
like 2015 not pre-ordering games.
No pre-orders.
And I like it because I mean pre-orders have kind of gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
Where it's like they get away with like half finishing games because of pre-orders and shit. And
The last 2 games I've pre-ordered are the one game that I could only get through pre-order, which was the collector's edition of the Kingdom Hearts 2 HD, which has Kingdom Hearts 1 HD, a game I've played already, so I know what I'm getting.
Right.
And then the last game I pre-ordered, it was in 2015 but it was Grand Theft Auto. It was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Well, you've already played that.
I've already played. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it, and I know it's just going to be because it's going to be added.
Oh,
in
it
that
could be a
first
shitty port though.
No, that
It could be.
first player view, that first person view looks too good.
I pre-ordered a couple
for the PC.
I got it for PC. Yes,
I pre-ordered a couple games
you
mostly
can.
because on Green Man Gaming or Good Old Games GOG.com, you can, if you pre-order them, you get like a huge discount.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
Like
That's I guess it's one
actually,
thing, but
like Binding of Isaac, Life is Strange.
Yeah.
I got that for like $10.
sure, definitely.
I was just going to say shout out for Green Man Gaming because right now VIP, if you have one of those things,
Yeah.
you can get Dying Light for $45 right now.
Nice.
I had a 20% off, so I paid 48
That's like,
for it
dude,
3 days ago. But
Fucking Stick of Truth, the South Park game.
Yeah.
I got that for like
Amazing
35.
game.
I bought WildStar for like 40. It was $40. I bought for $40.
Worth it?
No.
No.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. And it's always a gamble with an MMO.
Yeah.
I played the beta and I liked it,
Uh-huh.
but I only played it for like 6 days. And then I bought the game and I played that for like 6 more days. And then I realized that I kind of didn't like it.
Yeah.
I never played past the first 15, like the first 3 months.
That's a
games
bummer.
need demos, and something I am enjoying. I am with certain people, like with Battlefield right now. They're doing the hardline beta,
Yeah.
so
yeah,
you
that's a
can
big
play
deal.
the game
Yeah.
I got
without-
invited to that.
pre-ordering at all.
Right. But I already have
Shooter
have
game.
Payday.
Well, that's it. Well, no, yeah, that's true.
I have
That's-
Payday 1 and 2, actually.
well, I'm just saying it's a new, like what they're doing is they're giving you a new game, like the ability to play
You
the
can just
game
play it.
Yeah,
without
yeah,
having
yeah.
to do shit with it. And Titanfall kind of did the same thing, but the problem with Titanfall was the beta was basically all you got with the single player game too.
It was different.
There was no extra levels that were added in when you got the actual game.
I still want to revisit that game because I really enjoyed
Does
it.
anyone still
but
play it?
No.
Yeah.
No
unless
one I know.
unless they're people that like are literally level 50.
But I subscribe to the subreddit and it's still really active. So there's some people playing it. It's just
Yeah.
nobody I know.
I was just really
Um,
sad that the Optimus Prime thing wasn't true because I would have bought it in a second.
Oh god,
That April
yeah.
Fool's was
Yeah,
the best
yeah.
April Fool's. It was like Transformers.
So talking about games that you know and love and buying again or whatever.
yeah, like I would honestly, I would pre-order Zelda. But
Zelda.
here's the thing about
Yeah.
pre-ordering: it made sense back in the day when games it wasn't a big thing, and the store you buy your games from might run out.
Right.
It was actually a real issue back in the day. Now it's not an
It's
issue.
not an issue at all.
You don't have to pre-order games anymore. And then when I worked at GameStop in 2007, and that's when my manager told people like, "Oh, you don't want us to sell out of the game." Like we've not sold out of any game. I walked in.
Not a tier 1 Nintendo AAA game.
Right.
Definitely.
I walked in when the new Pokemon games came out.
Mhm.
Dave and I were going to get Panda Express is a GameStop right next to Panda Express.
I know exactly which one that is.
So
that was the one I worked
That's
at.
the one
Yeah.
That was the one I worked at from 2008.
with Clark.
Yes, with Clark. Day one of this was Call of Duty Modern
Now,
Warfare
is
2
this-
midnight launch.
Is
Right.
this the
That was
one
my first day of
that
work
Dave
there.
used to go to and just talk to people?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And as a guy who used to work at GameStop, I hated those people.
You hate those people.
Anyway,
I could be busy. I have a bunch of shit I need to do, but
What's
I need
your-
to
what's your-
give you
What's your
you
favorite
wanna-
Pokemon?
customer
yeah.
service.
Which one's your favorite Pokemon?
I like Charizard.
I don't fucking
Do you like
care.
Charizard?
No,
I
I don't fucking care.
Bulbasaur's okay, but
Listen,
I like Charizard
I don't
though.
give a shit.
A fire
Nope.
type.
Yep.
Fire type always. I mean, they're gonna.
No. Tell me more about your wild character, please.
I like
Yeah, I play
Kingdom
WoW.
Hearts.
No, I don't care.
I like Mickey.
Yeah, I've got to alphabetize all these games.
That's
No.
level 30.
You want to help me out?
Okay, I've got a bunch of trade-ins. I've got to sleeve them all now.
Do you ever think it was weird
I got to go in the back for a
What
second.
was
I need to
was
lock up the store.
Sleeving games was the worst
sleeving?
because they have like little
yeah,
little slots there to put. Yeah. Anyway,
Welcome to
GameStop.
Game Advisors Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly, this one time this guy came in at 850 with a trash bag full of games. I denied him. I was like, I'm not going to let you trade those in right now. Because my boss I was a senior game advisor, and we didn't have assistant store manager, so I was basically the assistant store manager.
Yeah.
I was closing the store by myself, and if the manager opened the store the next day and there's like a trash bag full of games,
He would hate you.
flip his shit.
He would fire you.
No, he would have. So I'm like,
He's like, hey, guess what? You're not getting scheduled for the next month.
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, I'm
Come
sorry.
suck my dick and you might be able
Like-
to get some
like
hours again.
And they only give you a half hour to close the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to count the drawer, make sure
Yeah.
everything's clean, all that bullshit. So I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like 8:50. We close at 9. I can't trade in all those games in 10 minutes and have them all put away by 9:30. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
So I made him come back the next day, and no one ever said anything. But I know if someone found out in GameStop, I would have been fired anyway.
Yeah.
That fucking guy could have got me fired either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I've had some horror stories for that. There was a lady that came in, like, because I did the Warfare one, and I believe it wasn't for Ghosts, Black Ops that came
Black
after
Ops.
it. We had this lady that showed up. It was literally 1 o'clock. We had a freaking thing around the building for getting this game done. We got them all in, all out by 1 o'clock. And we were closing up the store. It was like 1:30 actually. The lady comes, knocks on the door, and she's like, "Oh my god, I gotta get this game for
It's
my son."
called a midnight release.
Yeah, it's like it's
Not a 1:30 in the morning.
yeah,
release.
it's like it's a
Poor
midnight.
lady. That poor lady.
And she's like, "Oh my god, I need to get this from my." And the horrible mom was like,
You are a horrible mom.
That is literally what I said. I'm like, a
That
good
poor
mom.
woman.
I'm like, a good mom would have been here at midnight.
my
Well, first of all, a good mom wouldn't
You
let their
guys-
kid play that game. First of all,
Well,
yeah,
Yeah,
What
a
if
good
his-
mom. Your
what if
kid's
her
probably
kid's like
14.
30? Yeah, what- what-
your kid is not old enough to be playing this M game. Is mature rated game.
If your kid,
first of all.
if your kid is that spoiled that he needs to have that game, then
if your
he's
kid
not
has,
mature enough to
if
play
your
this
kid has
game.
to
I'm
get up and
sorry.
go to school in the morning, he should not be playing this game.
If you okay, please tell me you've met those people that are like, my mom's such a bitch. She didn't get me the fucking midnight release
all
of this game.
Oh, dude.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, it's called millennials,
Fuck
Yeah.
those people. But that poor mom. I mean, okay, not for that poor mom. She probably.
dude.
Yeah.
No. It's 1:30 in the morning. What is that mom out doing right now?
She's at a
sucking
GameStop.
dicks
Well,
somewhere.
yeah, what an hour and a half.
That fucking shit is the ghettoest part of Escondido.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
don't
used to
drive
live
through
there.
there at 1:30 in the morning for no
Oh,
reason.
I know.
No, fuck no. I was at that GameStop for the Skyrim release at midnight, and I honestly thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
That's where I met Michael Garcia.
Oh,
Yeah,
G?
yeah, you know him.
Yeah,
I got
he's
that's
great.
where
Yeah,
I got him the
Clark.
job at Apple,
Okay. yeah.
and then he
You
got
got
Clark
Clark.
the job at Apple. So I'm like Clark's like Apple grandfather kind of. Anyway,
Michael Garcia, by the way, just shout out. He's amazing.
Oh, he's a great guy.
he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a super great guy. But anyway, my whole point about the whole GameStop thing is back in the day, it made sense to pre-order games because it was legit, like you could run out. But when I worked there, they pushed pre-orders. Oh, they always push
So hard,
pre-orders so
yeah.
hard. But it's just not necessary. You don't have to pre-order any game.
No.
They're not going to run out, especially if you're on PC digitally. You don't. They're not going to run out. Of
I do
digital
like
copies.
being able to preload it on PC. Like you be able if you
Sometimes
pre-order,
you do that. Sometimes they don't. It's really weird.
But yeah, there's some games where you're like, yeah, you
Yeah.
download it,
Like
you
Gauntlet,
install
they
it.
didn't let you.
No,
like
yeah.
it, So I was dating this girl at the time when Transistor came out, and she was
Yeah.
obsessed with Transistor.
Yeah.
She was
That was the redhead girl one.
No.
no,
I'm trying to
you,
think what
you met her. I think
Transistor? No. I'm talking about the
Oh,
game
yeah,
Transistor.
with the big
Yeah,
sword.
With the big sword. Yeah.
Yeah. So she
I'm
was.
not talking about the girlfriend. I'm talking about the game.
I brought her to like a party one time. So her name was Laura. She was cool, but she was obsessed with Transistor, and she stayed up. She had to get up super early, but she stayed up late to start playing it at midnight.
Oh man.
And like when midnight came around, she's like texting me. She's like, "I can't play it. Why can't I play Transistor?" I'm like, "I don't
'Cause you're
fucking know. I'm
downloading
like
it.
Gabe Newell. What do I look like?"
So
Restart
she had to
your
download
computer.
it.
No,
And
it was
install it?
the game didn't come out till 10 a.m. that morning.
Oh man.
Yeah.
She could have probably asked.
Wasn't that just a
read
DLC game,
forum.
anyways?
She actually that was
The
our
Bastion.
first date was scheduled that day.
Oh,
Like we scheduled. She's like, "Okay, I'll play it all night, and then I'll have a date, and then I'll go to class." And I'm like, "Cool, it's
boy.
no problem." And then so she rescheduled our date so
To
she
go
could play
around that.
Transistor in the morning.
That's the one that
Ow.
the Bastion guys.
Yeah,
Right?
what's his
Ow.
face? Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
guys,
Bastion guys.
the guys at the Bastion did this one. And honestly, I didn't like it. I wanted to like it a
Oh, it
lot,
was good. Thomas
but
liked
I know Thomas liked it. I didn't like it. I
Thomas
didn't
likes it
like
because Thomas likes arty things. Like that's a
looks-
great art
it
style.
looks great.
It's a very good art style.
Okay, I want to talk about two games.
Yeah.
One on polar opposite ends of the spectrum of good. The first of all, I've talked about on the show before, but remakes of old games. Tony Hawk HD
Yeah,
is such a piece of shit. It is
Okay.
the biggest
it's
fucking
because
turd.
it's missing.
No, they
tracks.
added it.
It's-
They
it's-
added it.
They added the tracks
they
you were
added-
missing.
They added the no. They have well no. They're not
I'm talking about
tracks.
the soundtrack.
Soundtrack's all
Soundtrack to our
there
youth.
except for like one or two songs.
Honestly, they're bands I didn't even that I only
Yeah.
like because I heard them on
Yeah.
that game.
Well, yeah, Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew about, but Rise Against was a
Yeah,
big one.
Rise Against.
yeah.
What's up? Hands up, get on the radio. Don't turn it up. I forget.
I had
Anyway,
to think for
Block Party.
I had to think for Power Man 5000 because they had
Power
two,
Man 5000?
they had a song on Tony Hawk. They also had two of them on Sean something. Wasn't Sean White, but it was Sean Palmer's, which that Sean White guy was on there.
Was it a snowboarding one?
Snowboarder.
Yeah.
But it was,
It was the previous Sean is Sean
Yeah.
White.
well, no, it was him like as a literal 12-year-old. He was the youngest guy out of the
Yeah,
group
yeah,
of
yeah.
guys you could choose out, and it was like he was this little twerp
But
that nobody wanted to
seriously,
play as.
Tony Hawk HD on PC is
Yeah.
fucking
Awful.
garbage.
Okay.
I tried playing it the other night because I was like, oh, like I'll give this game another chance.
Yeah.
The ability to
Grind
continue
forever.
a combo by doing a switch.
Yeah.
So you come off a trick and you switch and then you go up the ramp and you can do it.
This is this
Instead of doing a
is this
manual.
is an HD version?
right.
of the
Well, you
first-
could switch
of
into
the
a
first
manual.
Tony Hawk?
Okay.
This is the first Tony Hawk, and it's such awful bullshit. It's a fucking.
That is
the
weirdly one of the
controls-
greatest game of all time.
I
Like on the
love.
PlayStation.
I used to love that
Yeah.
fucking game, but you play it now and the controls are mushy.
Yeah.
It's like the graphics are redone, but they look way shittier than I remember. Which I know
Which
the
sucks
original-
because it was on PlayStation.
Yeah. No, it's so bad. And I
Yeah.
played it on N64, which
That's
is
even
like
worse.
even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one.
So that game is terrible. But I started playing Grim Fandango
Yeah.
HD
Yeah.
remastered because it
Yeah.
just came out. I bought it for like $10, and it is so
well,
good.
to be fair, Grim Fandango is one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah.
And it's a point and click adventure, so it's kind of hard to fuck that up.
It's made by a lot of the Sierra guys who were amazing at
Yeah.
point and click
Yeah.
adventure.
But like even like they have a mode on there, which I think is cool, is you can switch between the old textures and the new textures.
Really? That's
Yeah. So there's times where I'm
well, they did
bored.
the same thing with
With Halo.
Monkey Island games.
Oh, yeah, they did?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
There's
just say
times-
they did it with the
with
Halo
Halo?
release for Halo 1 for the Xbox One.
The
Which-
collector's edition one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to see all the
You get to see like
chunky-
chocolate donut faced Sergeant
Yeah.
whatever versus like the pixelated or not pixelated but the amazing texture
I
with
remember
like pore
that's the-
marks and
that's the
pock marks and
first-
stuff on his face.
that's the first game that I got on PC, and it was like a pirated version or
Oh
whatever.
god, that game on PC.
And it was on my laptop.
The Halo
I had to. It was.
that
it
had
was-
Windows
that
for
game
that
was-
had
yeah.
that had
game was live.
that
Yeah,
had,
yeah,
that
yeah.
had the Windows Live. How did you get a pirated version?
I don't remember. This
All
was
right.
like 2004, 2003.
It's okay.
But it took up my entire hard drive.
Speaking of Halo,
But wait. I remember those graphics being fucking incredible
at the time.
at the
They were
time.
great.
Even that
Time.
fucking donut face
Yeah.
captain, like,
Well, it
Are you
was
gonna-
great.
are
for
you-
the
oh
time.
my god, this is
Are
so
you gonna
amazing.
get the Majora's Mask remake? It comes out like next week.
I never played Majora's Mask.
Honestly,
I
it's-
can't play my 3DS. Honestly, like
Really?
I'm like
It's hard.
it's hard to get into playing my 3DS.
Mine's been plugged in for like 2 months.
Mine's been unplugged on my desk. I bought Smash Brothers. I bought a 3DS with
You
it.
did?
I bought it. Yeah.
Come over. Let's play because
Okay.
you can use this as a controller.
Awesome. And I bought the Pokemon game that came out. This is the only two.
Yeah.
There's
I got
only
X. I got X.
No. I bought the new one.
The new one,
X,
the Ruby.
X, Y2
Sapphire.
or Ruby and Sapphire.
I bought the
Omega Ruby?
Alpha Sapphire.
Okay.
That's what I bought.
And you just haven't played
I
it.
just haven't played it. I started a
That's why
game
I
on
was
Alpha
X.
Sapphire, and I actually played. I played Smash Bros. a lot. I unlocked all the characters.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, Majora's Mask is a really good game,
I just never played
and
it
they
because
fixed the
all my
biggest
friends
problem.
hated it. In high
No,
school.
they were stupid.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with Majora's Mask is
There's
you
no
have to-
adult link, and a lot of people like that from
No,
Ocarina of Time.
No, the problem is the 3 day, because there's 3 days and then the moon ends, and you have a
Yeah.
time thing where you control the time. But to get a lot of the masks, to get the best mask, you have to have all the masks, and to get some of the masks, you have to be at a specific place at a specific time to talk to a specific person. Like, and that was hard because if you didn't have the book, like the Prima Strategy Guide,
Yeah.
you had no idea. There's no way to tell where you should be, when you should be.
Well, that was just like Ocarina of Time. I actually had to get it wasn't the Prima one, but it was back when they
The
was
Brady games.
yeah, where it was the unofficial one because it told you about a glitch that you had to do because you had to do this thing because there was one skull of the 100 golden Skulltulas.
Skulltulas,
There was one that was
It's
glitched out
bugged
in
out.
a wall.
Yeah.
And so what you had to do is go into this one that was in a pit by the castle, and you
Yeah.
had to kill it, and it had its Skulltula coin. You threw your boomerang at it while it's in mid-flight. You had to reload out and go back in. You would get or you reload out. You'd get the coin for it. You go back in. The get another.
Have you seen the speed runs that they do?
Oh, those are
Where
retarded.
where they glitch them out and you're like
and he's rolling backwards the entire
the
time.
entire time. Or it takes him like 3 minutes to beat the game, but he beats the game as young Link with a Deku stick.
Yeah, with a Deku stick,
Yeah.
and he's stabbing like Ganon in the face. still,
Yeah.
with a flaming Deku stick.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen that. It's
Did
ridiculous.
you see the super fast Mario world clear?
Oh yeah, where he just goes straight to the credits. He goes, okay, I'm gonna jump here. I glitch here,
And you
and
have-
this
yeah,
will
yeah.
happen.
And he's like, you have to throw this up here, place this here, and he's basically coding in the
The game. Yeah,
To-
he's
to
changing
basically
variables.
Mario World guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well,
He's
learned
not
how
coding. He's not coding the game. He's overriding bits.
That's what he's doing.
There's
Yeah.
a state that stays there by accident, and so he's overriding stuff. He's able to insert bits into a state that allows him to make the game think that he's in a state where it's already been beaten.
Yeah, so it goes to the credits.
It's incredible.
It's not. It's incredible, but it's not beating the game.
No, for sure.
Absolutely not.
But still, the thing
Because you
that's
need a kill
incredible
screen to
about
beat the
it
game.
Exactly.
is that the thing that's incredible about it is that people did it before, but they were assisted because they were doing it on emulators,
Right.
where you could do a save state.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the first time you could do it on a console.
God damn it!
How long?
I don't know.
Don't tell me
Fuck.
it was before Dying Light. We had some.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, just last
It
20
was
minutes.
it was definitely between me getting up. But
Oh, that was rambling on
That's
about
fine.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, we actually had some good conversations.
no, but the
Yeah,
thing
that's
that's
good
great about
conversation, yeah.
the thing that's great about that is that he did it without any assistance. He did
Yeah,
it on a
okay.
console,
He did it on the SNES,
which
Well,
is almost impossible. You have to get exact X and Y.
which I
it's-
also
it's not
feel
just
bad
that,
because
but
he probably broke that console.
But
He
you
broke that.
have I think the hardest part about all that, besides getting everything exactly, you have to get it,
Yeah.
is you have to do that double grab,
The
where,
double grab.
where you're grabbing the P
Yeah, you have it in
block
the same slot.
and the thing at the same time, and
Yeah.
that's like a 50 chance.
Yeah.
But you can basically beat Mario in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the people that beat like the Legend of Zelda game by glitching it out in like 6 minutes is ridiculous too.
Yeah.
But have you seen that where they're like
Yeah.
rolling
I'm
everyone
gonna-
backwards and they have a flaming Deku stick?
I
instead?
backflipped through this spider web,
They
and I'm fighting
backflip.
Ganon.
Now I'm fighting Ganon for some reason. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Not only Ganon,
It's
but
pretty
like
cool.
a Ganon that's been beaten down, and all he needs to do is get whacked with the Master Sword for him to
for
die.
him to
And
die.
you whack him with a Deku stick, and he still dies.
Did you see that speed run where it's like it was like a cancer benefit and this guy's speed running?
Oh my God! Yes. Okay. So he's doing.
I have
Which
not
one
seen this.
is this?
It's so
Hyrule
good.
Princess? Chalice or what's the
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
He's playing some game. He's doing a speed run of it, and he's doing the same things. He's flipping backwards.
that's
and
how
stuff.
speedrunners do it because you move faster doing the back
And
backflips.
this is a benefit where it's the entire day is full of speedrunners,
Yeah.
and it's always the most fucking just autistic people
Playing these speedruns.
Well,
it's not just that.
playing-
So it's and watching.
Yeah.
because they have an audience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
a
the whole-
crazy crowd behind
and-
them. Yeah,
The whole thing is to go for cancer.
Yeah.
The cancer
awareness.
awareness.
No, yeah. Well,
it's research
people
and
people
stuff. Yeah,
donate
it's
money and
Because they
instead of
watch it on
going-
Twitch.
It's like
instead
kids
of-
play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of going to that person, it goes to a cancer fund basically.
And it's all day. It's 24 hours
Yeah.
constantly.
So
And-
basically, this one guy was doing
Oh
it,
my God.
and this girl, she's like knitting in the background.
and
and
she
she's-
is. You can tell she is the girl that all the friends keep around
Yeah,
because she likes games, and all of them want to.
she's like knitting, and she's like starts telling this super personal story about cancer or something.
about her grandma.
About her grandma or something, and she's like, and she tells the guy who's doing a speed run, he's like, "Could you just pause that
Can
for a
you
second? Can you stop while I tell my story?" And everyone just ignores her, like absolutely just fucking ignores her.
Of course.
And so she gets super butthurt, and this other girl comes up behind her and like hugs her.
But the best part, in my opinion, is when she's telling the story, she says, so my grandma got this on my dad's side. So basically, I have a 50-50 chance of getting cancer.
Because that's how genetics works.
Yeah. Are you
Oh
what?
my god, it was so cringy. It's
What?
so hardcore cringy.
My grandma got cancer, so I basically have.
I
a
basically
50-50
already
chance-
have cancer.
I basically might as well have cancer right now.
No, this is how cancer
Pay
works.
attention to
Both
me.
my grandfathers had cancer. My dad has cancer.
Everyone
I'm
has
gonna
cancer.
I'm gonna probably end up with skin cancer at some point in my life. That's how it works. Not because who am I
It's-
talking to? She's not
But
like
she was knitting. Yeah, she was knitting
she
a
was knitting,
thing,
yeah.
and she's like, "You guys are probably wondering why I was knitting this whole time." And everyone was like, "What?
No, yeah, everyone's like, what?
Who?"
Who are you again? How did you get in here?
And she's like, "I have a very. This might be the best time to tell my personal story. Can you stop?"
Can you stop for a
And the
second
guy-
while I tell me a personal
And
story?
it gets so quiet, and
It gets
all you
so
hear
quiet.
is Link flipping backwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like-
Yep. Yep.
and the buttons moving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's perfect. It's
It's
you
so
have to watch it.
awkward. Oh god, it's so awkward.
So
Well, what I could imagine though is like I can see the same guy that's doing the speed run because you
And-
know he's
and
done this before.
And this
You know
guy's
he's done this before.
dressed as Link too.
yeah, he's dressed as Link.
He's done this before, but he would have to have a personality if someone does this. But it's like he's done this before. He'd probably have
Yeah.
to memorize.
Oh, he has to memorize.
He should have just like turned around and go like, go
There's-
on.
Yep.
There's actually
playing, but just not
there's
watching
actually-
anymore.
there was a speedrunner who was doing it blindfolded.
Blindfolded?
Yeah, yeah.
And he like found a weird glitch because he was blindfolded. He's like, "Where am I?" And it's because they use like hits on the wall to figure out where they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what he done is he climbed the gate and he went like above the level.
Yeah.
So he's like running around on
Where
the level. He
am
can't
I?
figure out where he is because he's literally like outside,
Blindfolded.
and he didn't know until because he basically just like restarted the game and went on from there.
Oh god.
And he didn't know until after he went back and looked
Watched it?
at because he didn't even take off the blindfold to figure out where he was. Like he was that committed to it.
He just soft resetted the thing with the controller.
He did.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. But yeah, there's so
Oh,
many. Every
hold on.
year, there's
Okay.
quality cringe
God,
material from
so
that shit.
many.
Amazing god tier quality shit. I just saw the other day, and I've given Ryan the privy to is Game Grumps did this. It's not really a bootleg, but it's like a hacked. It's a cartridge that came out in 2010 for NES. It's called Battle Kid, and they did this thing where it's basically Mega Man, but it's a rogue game. There's no life bar necessarily like how Mega Man has. It's you get hit once, you die, but there's
Yeah.
like checkpoints that they go through.
Right.
And so he's going to fight the first boss, and he just keeps dying over and over and over again. So go watch.
Literally, like because anything kills.
Any one thing hits you, you die, and you have to go back to this checkpoint, which is right before the boss. But he dies about 20 to 30 times, and then he just starts improvising these monologues every time he does a.
It's pretty fantastic. What was that?
Light beam as if it's from like a flashlight. Pardon the interruption.
One moment. Jim's on the case.
It was on the case. I think I have a flashlight.
I have one on my phone.
Problem is the fog.
I have no idea where my flashlight is.
Mine's inside.
That one time I had to call 911
What?
because there were people breaking into the elementary school and everything.
Seriously?
And I didn't know who to call. And I was just like, yeah, there's people breaking in. I hope this is right. I mean, I know this is an emergency, but
Yeah.
just ran off. It's like, am I going to look up the fucking sheriff's number for like this stuff?
Way
Oh, let me Google it real quick. You sure it wasn't from over there?
Man, it was like a spotlight. It wasn't. Like,
Oh, it might have been like cops patrolling.
maybe.
They see me rolling.
Yeah, I've seen them. I mean, I've seen them drive up that street there and then shine their.
Well, it looked like it came like literally either from the field or down in the alley. That's why I like freaked out a little bit because it was like.
Hey, you just like stood up, and I was like, "Is this part of the thing you're talking about?"
No.
We should wrap it up.
Yeah, we should. It's been going on for a while.
Been a while.
Yeah,
We could go watch some Dying Light.
Oh yeah. I literally.
I gotta sober up a little bit anyway.
Yeah, we don't have any. I don't think we have any people watching
All
anymore.
right.
I think. Oh, we have 2 people watching.
Thanks for watching. 2 people watching.
Thank you, Keenan.
Well, Britt was watching.
It's not
for a
Keenan
while.
actually. He
Oh,
said he
thank
was,
you, Britt and Mike's girlfriend.
Yeah, it's probably.
Probably
he's
Lily.
watching.
Shout out to Lily. She's cool.
Shout
I
out
like
to
her.
my girlfriend.
I like her girlfriend a lot.
Thank you. I like her a lot too.
I like her.
She's
a
very
whole
nice.
lot.
Listen, you cannot like her.
I mean, she's really cool.
She is cool.
Yeah, no, but she's really cool.
Listen,
Hold on a sec.
I know.
What did we say? Like, I texted you, like, I'm gonna have to ask my girlfriend about that.
What?
I messaged you something.
Are you texting me?
Yeah, no, I was messaging you,
Oh.
and you're like, I'm gonna have to ask Lily. And she says it's cool. It was something really gay.
Okay, now I can't remember that.
I don't remember.
what was
It was before
though.
Christmas.
It was definitely a joke.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was funny.
Yeah.
Because we did it. And it's always funny
Ooh.
when we make the jokes.
Mhm.
When right.
Thanks for listening to 40s and 20s. It's been a great night. We're back.
We're back.
Back in action.
We're back. We're back in the saddle.
We tried. Oh my god! If you have a chance to find this beer,
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh,
What's it called?
well, this
Cocoa.
Cocoa Psycho. This
Cocoa
is
Psycho.
expensive. I wouldn't expect. I wouldn't expect you to get this one.
The hop.
But the hop.
How much was the
Slam,
hop slam?
It wasn't expensive as that. It was,
And you couldn't spring for 2 bottles? You fucking cheapskate.
no, they had a limit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they had a limit.
Oh, just to 1 bottle?
Yeah, 1 bottle.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really good.
You can't
I like
get
the
drunk
logo.
off 1 bottle.
I like the logo.
Yeah, the logo is cool. It's literally like somebody
A
getting slammed.
dude crushed. It looks like Homer Simpson crushed by hops.
Yeah.
It does. You're right.
It's like a hops guy getting crushed, but yeah, getting crushed by hops.
You can say it's a hop skip.
Oh, and this well, okay, this is like a month old, but still, I mean, it didn't taste that bad.
No, it was
didn't
good.
taste bad.
It's good.
Month old.
Very nice.
Very nice.
My wife.
It wasn't bad.
Bells. I don't know where.
Dying
Bells-
Light.
You know what? I lied.
Jesus Christ.
I watched the first season of Blacklist on Netflix.
I
Oh,
love that
Jim
show.
is
It's
super into
actually
that show.
really good.
I
Yeah.
love that show. I'm because season 2's been going on, and Scott's been like he has it on his Plex server, and
Yeah.
I'm like I don't want to watch it because I just want to wait for the
So
really good Netflix.
So you can just go through it
Well,
all. Yeah.
also that because Netflix has like the 5.1, and it's
Mhm.
it's great, but it's also kind of awful because then you can really see where it's like, and here's the NBC NCIS kind of moment with the special
Yeah,
effects.
special
It
effects,
really needs a way
bullshit.
bigger budget, but it's so good.
It's pretty
James
good.
Spader
Oh, I fucking love James Spader.
You can't
He's so
evade the
good.
spade.
No.
can't fade the speed.
Can't fade the
Can't fade
spade.
Can't get jader than Spader. It's not a real laugh.
No.
So yeah,
You actually called me out on that one. It was not a real laugh.
every scene I've seen from that show is amazing.
Yeah, I watched. I blew through the first season. I didn't even feel like it was the first season, but it was. It was the whole
You know, also was really good. I started watching Sherlock.
Of course, that's good.
The Benedict Cumberbatch.
You're just fucking way late. You're
I
like,
was super late.
You and every other like 20-something girl.
But you know what?
Well, no, all the 27 girls knew about Benedict
That's
Cumberbatch.
true. Yeah.
But it's really, really
No,
good.
it's actually really good.
And the thing that that sucks about that show is the first season. I love the first episode. The second episode is the worst episode they make.
Is that the one?
The Chinese one.
Oh, the Chinese one.
It's
yeah.
the fucking worst.
Where she's like doing the coffee or the tea thing.
Yes.
And it's like you have to keep.
Yes.
Yeah, you're
It's
absolutely right.
the worst.
Yeah.
So like, once you get past that, then it's an amazing show. Every single episode after that is a compelling mystery,
Yeah.
good story. But that second episode is such horseshit.
What feels weird about the second episode? It feels like it's like 3 different shows.
Yeah.
There's that Chinese thing going on. There's a one where he's
And then Watson's on a date, and they
Yeah.
kind of go there too.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mike.
Mike. No, but yeah, it's super worth watching, especially the Hounds of Basketball episode. Like
that
Well, that's
one.
always
That
a-
one tripped me out.
it's fucking.
It
weird.
was a great spin on the Hounds of Basketball.
I would say that's always been one of the better
Yeah.
Sherlock stories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to
But, like,
screw up.
they
Well,
also
did
have.
it good because it's
Yeah,
different.
it's
Yeah,
What's weird though is they currently they still have elementary in the U.S.
on the U.S. Yeah,
which has
That's
a
the Lucy Liu
female
one, right?
Watson with Lucy Liu. Yeah,
I like that show.
I haven't seen it.
I watched like a couple episodes.
I don't know if I
That-
can see a Sherlock other than Benedict Cumberbatch now though, because he's
Well, I watched-
so British.
I watched it before I watched Benedict Cumberbatch do his. It's like, yeah, well, the British guy, it's still a British guy playing Sherlock.
Mhm.
On the American version, it's just Lucy Liu's Watson.
playing Watson.
Yeah, but
it's a girl Watson.
nobody is more British than Benedict Cumberbatch.
Doesn't the guy that played-
I'll disagree.
Doesn't the guy that plays Sherlock in the Elementary play someone in the Sherlock show?
No, I don't
Or-
think so.
He plays someone.
No, he's on another really famous BBC show.
That's
though.
what it is. That's what it is.
But you know what, though?
That's because
now-
a lot of those BBC guys
No.
share on a lot of shows.
Benedict Cumberbatch is now playing Doctor Strange.
He is.
And so he's going to
Yeah.
come up against
Ah.
Robert Downey Jr., who also
Who
plays
plays
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
I'm
You have
kind
a
of
Sherlock off?
Sherlock off.
I'm kind of disappointed at that. I was hoping because the other guy that was in the role for that was Joaquin Phoenix. I was
That
kind of
would've been
hoping it would have
cool.
been cool with him
But you
because
know
he
what,
fits
though?
like as far as his bone structure, he looks a lot more like.
He does, but
Strange
let's
to
just
me.
be honest. Benedict
Yeah.
Cumberbatch is a really. Did you see the Intimidation Game?
The Imitation Game?
That's what I said.
Yeah, the Imitation
I
Game.
heard
No,
the
didn't see it.
intimidation game. Like what?
No, I said exactly what I
The
said.
Alan
Okay.
Turing movie,
Yeah,
Oscar bait. Yeah, I didn't see it.
definitely Oscar bait, but I've
Yeah.
heard it's actually pretty good. So
That was good.
just pointing that
You know,
out.
he got castrated by the government because he was gay.
Yep.
Because he was engaging in homosexual acts, which was illegal, and the punishment was castration. Doesn't that makes no sense to me?
Well, that's just
Well,
how
you
it was back then.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense.
I saw
That's
this.
how, and that's how it was. That's how it is in Russia right now.
Yeah.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I watched a Vice article 'Cause-
Oh,
where it was like this dude. It was in the 20s, and they had some shit going on in Georgia where they had actual eugenics people that were in doing like, oh, you're getting a vaccine. They were sterilizing people. They chemically sterilized a
Oh.
bunch of people. This dude's like 93 and he's still like living in like this like he's like in his 80s, but he's like still living in this like trailer park, still like doing stuff and fixing things. He's like, I wish I could have had kids,
Jesus.
but I got this shot when I was 18 because I was told it was for like mumps.
You know,
Not
As bad as
anti-vax or
it is-
anything, but
as bad as it is, in the long run, probably better off. Probably better off not having kids. Just saying.
true fact. But Jesus,
These are true facts with
True facts.
Jim.
true facts.
So fact was yeah.
True facts with
Eugenic.
Jim.
Eugenics.
There's a reason.
Eugenics.
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 There's a,
True facts about eugenics with eugenics.
there's a reason why everyone kind of hates Khan.
Con.
Well, I always hear.
You see it again?
No, I thought I did, but I think it's just a card running by.
Yeah. I always hear people. They always give the same thing. People should be given a test to have kids. I'm like, okay, well, I agree with the base
You
assumption.
with the
of that,
premise there.
but it's like, really, you want the government to make a test? Really?
Yeah, the government shouldn't have.
Really?
Not our government.
No.
There should definitely be a limit, though.
Oh,
Number of
I
kids you can
agree.
have.
I think
Except for China has that same problem.
Yeah.
And then they kill kids.
they
and
kill
stuff,
kids.
and
Yeah.
then they get a bad rap.
I didn't mean one, like, because it's not as bad as China, but like
I
three.
think that
Three to
one.
limit?
What's up with that one TV show where they have like 18 kids, and they have kids raising kids because the parents are too
Oh,
busy
yeah.
making more
Mormons.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
well,
people.
Catholics, too.
Those people should
My-
die.
I had
I'm saying that on the internet. Those people should die.
I had a friend who grew up in a house, I think, with like 8 or 9, maybe 10 kids. And so, like, her oldest sister was like 30 and she was 16. And then her youngest sister was like 11. So, like, in between like 11 and like 30, they were just like kids.
Yeah, I think
Like, why would you
I
dedicate
wouldn't
your
mind
life
an
to just
episode of
having?
that show where the house caught fire and they couldn't all get out at the same
But
time.
I liked all those people. I mean, just saying, it's like, why that her mom was a teacher and she spent how many years is that? 30
fucking
minus 11.
Stop having kids.
19 years. 19 years just pumping out kids. Why
That's
would you do
ridiculous.
that?
Why would you
the
do that to your
fuck?
body?
Why would you
do that to the United
spend
States?
She
most
Why
of
would
your
you-
life?
maternity
How
leave.
expensive- I can't even imagine how rich you have to be to have
She
that
was
many
an
kids.
awful teacher too. Fuck her. Fuck her.
Tenure. 10
I
year
always
with
thought
a
it was
lot of
10
maternity
year.
tenure.
Like,
Tenure with a lot of
you had to be a
maternity
teacher
leave.
for 10 years to get 10 years.
No, it's only about 5.
You know what's weird though? Okay, this friend of mine, she was actually really hot, and she ended up marrying.
How hot was she?
I'd say she was a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
At my school, she was a 9 out of 10. But like, she was my friend.
He's
Well,
prefacing that
from-
with his
from New
at
Mexico.
his
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
at
So
that's
New
about
Mexico.
Yeah.
That's probably like a 6 in California
6?
terms.
Probably. I mean, I'm for sure.
Listen, I saw a girl today, and I just want to say praise Jesus for yoga pants.
Yoga
That's
pants
all.
are the best.
Yeah, they're the best.
Fantastic. But she ended up. My friend ended up dating a guy who was 20 years her senior,
Jesus
and
Christ.
having a kid with him.
Died
Daddy.
And it's
Daddy.
so
I can't
weird
believe that these things are happening.
because I grew up with this girl, my friend, and she's hot, and she married this guy who was just like daddy syndrome, like total
That's
fucking
so
like.
sad.
But her dad is 20 years older than him.
That's so gross.
You know what I mean? So he's right in the middle.
Well, no, she's setting up her own dad.
Yeah.
Like she's turning her dad like
her
so
her
like
missing dad.
well, if her dad was 20 older than him, she beats him, then pump out a kid. 20.
Yeah.
Oh God, so gross.
My dad knows them too, like their family. So when he was my age, like when I met my friend who I grew up with, when he was my age, they had like their first kid. So their oldest was as old as my dad, kind of like maybe a couple years younger.
Yeah.
And they invited him over to come and like help build a fence. And they made him work for like 12 hours and went out once and gave him a cup of Kool-Aid and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
For 12 hours of work?
No pay. Yeah, for like 12 hours of work.
Why did he do it?
Because that's just how it goes. That's what you do.
I wouldn't have.
And this is like the
community
60s,
stuff.
70s.
I would not have done that. I would have been.
Well, no, fuck no. Yeah.
I'd have been.
But where do you go?
Thing.
Your dad makes you go out to this fucking place.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, go work for Mr. Roy Ball. And you go out to Mr. Roy Ball's place and they drive you out to the fucking thing and tell you, well, here's your fucking wood. Here's your shit. We'll see you later.
I would have built the shittiest fence in the world. I'd be like, what if I do the boards this way?
Well, there's parts of that story you're not hearing. I mean, like,
Oh, for sure.
Like-
Oh, absolutely.
like the
Absolutely.
dad probably has like some deal with
Well,
Mr. Ball so he can actually make a payment on something or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
you can get my teenage kid to build your fucking fence.
I was so made the shittiest fence ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would have
and,
been
and,
like
and,
crossways and shit.
he would
Well, and
still
that's the
probably
thing,
break your dad's
is if-
thumbs.
Pretty much. But that's the thing is like, yeah, if you don't want somebody to ask you to do a job again, you do it shitty,
Do a
right?
shitty
You do
job,
it really bad. Like they'll never ask you again to
Yep.
fucking paint their house if
That's
you
right.
fucking like, fuck it up.
That's what I hated
You
about.
break a few dishes, you don't have to do dishes anymore. That's for sure.
Is that what happened?
That's what I hated about having
Yeah.
such a good computer as a kid.
Yeah.
Because like I literally
you
I taught
learned
myself how to do that
how
when
to
I was
use
like
computers.
11, how to build it too. Like
Yeah.
Hey
and
Jim,
then-
can you come fix my printer?
I don't know what happened to my computer.
Hey, Jim,
Something's wrong with it.
this
Hey, your
printer
kids,
queue-
your
I
kids
got
are.
the virus. I connected
This
to
is
Wi-Fi.
my
and
this is
I
my
got the
aunt. This is my
virus.
aunt. Jim, there's something. My computer is really slow. Have your kids been making a lot of CDs lately? Yeah. They've been
Wow.
listening to a lot of new stuff. Yeah. All right. go on down to the corner there. You see that green K?
Get rid of it.
It's called
That's
Kazaa.
Kazaa. Light.
If
What
there's-
you can
is there
use to
is there an
download the
L?
Kazaa
Is there a
Pro
giant?
version.
Is there a giant green L there too? Yeah,
That's
yeah,
LimeWire.
yeah. Close that one too and
Yeah.
uninstall that.
Because they're probably downloading kitty porn with it.
You know what's great though is to this day I went home. I go to my grandma's house.
It's still on there.
The first no the
Is it
AOL
weather bug?
is- AOL is-
Is it weather bug?
no.
Is it that stupid
Hold, let me
bonsai
tell my
buddy?
story. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Ask
I go to
Jeeves.
I go to my grandma's house every single year. I go to my grandma's house. I sit down on the couch. Hey, so my computer's been acting strange lately. It starts off. It's always like, so you're here now. Now you got to help me. Like, do it. Wait,
There's-
what would happen if you went to a doctor's house and you're like, so I got this thing on my neck?
I got this
Well,
rash.
well, here's the thing.
Yeah, real quick.
They probably do get that.
Well, here's I was
Is
gonna say
it-
I
was
have
it
a
Bonsai Buddy?
I have my brother-in-law. But
She did it, Bonsai Buddy. For years. For years, she
I
had Bonsai
actually,
Buddy.
so I worked.
Did she have the
I worked at a church as like system administrator, and my job was to update computers and keep them clean and stuff. And I always get a call from this one teacher, like, my little guy disappeared. What happened?
My Bonsai
And I'm
Buddy.
like, what? He's like, my little guy disappeared. Where did my little monkey go? I'm like, what?
I want to meet those motherfuckers that made Bonsai Buddy. I want to strangle them.
She's like, my monkey disappeared. And I'm like,
monkey.
I'm like, you mean Bonsai Buddy? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's fucking spyware. I uninstalled that immediately when I was on your computer. Like, what's wrong with you? Why do you keep installing it? What was that one IT crowd?
Yeah.
It's like, if this were a horse, I'd shoot it.
What do you say, Jim?
I was just like other install programs. You ever heard of what Java free or no? Yeah, one of those browsers where you could literally go online, but you always had to have the ad up.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard any of those.
Oh,
My dad was
God.
telling me though the other day. He's like, I got this Java that downloaded. This Java keeps wanting
This
updates.
Java keeps wanting updates.
I'm like, Dad, please update Java.
yeah,
please.
update it.
Keep updating Java.
Those are security updates.
I uninstalled that Java. I'm like,
No.
please stop.
The only time I've ever had my WoW account hacked was because of a Flash vulnerability.
Flash, yeah.
Flash is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
After that, I got an authenticator. I'm good.
What was the company that owned
I have an
Flash?
original authenticator guy with like BlizzCon 3, I believe,
Yeah.
which is the first one they actually had them.
Yeah.
Do you remember
That thing is still going.
Yeah.
do you
It's
remember
amazing.
The company that owned Flash before Adobe?
Macromedia.
Macromedia.
Yeah,
Fuck that
Macromedia.
company.
That company. That
Well,
was when
they-
Flash. That was when
They
a
had
Flash was.
They had
was spyware. Shockwave, yeah.
Oh,
I need to play a game
It was
online.
basically-
I need to download Shockwave.
It was as bad as Real Player was.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure they were almost linked together
Yeah.
with their you're installing Macromedia Flash.
You should also
You should-
install these things.
Yeah.
over here. Yeah.
in this
fucking
Ask Jeeves
Weatherbug,
toolbar.
Fucking, like a million toolbars. You need an Ask Jeeves toolbar.
Alta Vista.
Alta.
All right, we really got to end this. We're at 2
All
hours. We're over time.
Ryan's not gonna want to edit it if we go longer.
As I said, just make it
Well,
into-
there's easy edit points. I already know exactly.
I was gonna say turn in some easy edit points when Jim gets spooked in the headlights.
Yeah,
There's
long pause here. I don't know.
just turn it into 2 episodes. Call it the Lost episode.
I tried that.
It doesn't work.
There was an episode with us and Zach, and I did the first half, and I even made a thing at the end.
That's right.
I made a thing at the end. It was like, tune in for episode 2, folks. I never did episode 2.
There's half an episode of our podcast.
It's sitting
out
there, and it's ready to be published. It's seriously like I don't have to edit shit because it was you talking about the Bible.
Oh God.
Because when Mike starts going off on the Bible,
That's
it's
true.
gold.
It's-
It's fucking gold. Because he will just go off and he'll start telling fucking stories, like fucking
I
parables.
do that when I'm drunk. That's
It's
true.
amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to release Failure Cast. I can release that second part at some point. It'll be a lost one.
Anyways,
No. Thanks for listening to 40s and 20s. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/40s and 20s. We're sorry we've been gone for so long.
We're back.
We're back now. And
Thanks for listening to us.
you can follow us on Twitter, on iTunes.
This podcast brought to you by Fugu Alcohol.
Jamaica vodka.
You know what? The Jamaica. I like that's the only Mexican thing I like.
You don't like the horchata?
I don't like horchata.
I'm pretty
I hate it.
Why?
I don't like horchata.
I like it.
I hate horchata. I remember my grandma used to get me horchata when I was younger, and I fucking hated it.
Why don't you like a liquefied churro?
No, to me, because it's like the rice,
cinnamon rice milk.
Yeah, it's cinnamon rice. Yeah, ugh. I don't like what's it called, the hot gum? What's it called?
A Big Red.
Big Red. I don't like Big Red. I don't like
that doesn't taste like Big Red at all.
I'm saying cinnamon.
He
I don't
doesn't
like
cinnamon.
the cinnamon stuff.
That's his point.
You like the shit out of that wassail I gave you.
Which one?
That drink I gave you that I made during Christmas.
That was fantastic.
My God, a lot of cinnamon in it.
Well, yeah, but that was like a stick of cinnamon. It was so good. It was a cider with cranberry juice. What else did I have in it?
It was cran apple juice with lemon, cloves, and some cinnamon.
It was fantastic.
Thanks for listening to 40s and 20s. This episode brought to you by Ryan Rambles about alcoholic drinks.
Are you still taking?
It wasn't alcoholic, actually.
It wasn't. Wow. Are you still taking Metamucil?
No, I haven't in a while.
I just got one today. I'm still taking it. Best poops. It continues. Literally, like there was like a week where I stopped taking it.
Like I talk about your poops just continue. Like it's all one solid.
I'm just saying when I stop taking it, my poops get incrementally shittier.
Yeah.
Like in terms of just like.
If you want to have really good poops, take Metamucil. It's weird, but it's true.
Because it comes out as one.
Yeah.
I remember there was a period of my life where I was like, didn't I used to poop just one thing out?
Yeah.
Wasn't there just one thing that came out, like a log? Like I haven't experienced that. And then it's like I started taking Metamucil. Like fiber's the answer. Fiber is the god fruit. It is the.
I'm pretty sure it's a grain.
The manna.
Yeah.
I've got some oatmeal. I mean, you can just have some of that.
Yeah, but it's easier to eat whatever the shitty things you want and then take Metamucil.
Are you gonna eat oatmeal every day? I don't eat oatmeal every day.
When I went to Stater Brothers and saw that they were selling it for like buy one get one for $2 a box, I bought way too much actually.
I just don't. I'll eat like a
meal.
Yeah,
it's a great way to end the game.
40s and 20s. This episode brought to you by Metamucil.
It's so good.
Pick a hole.
Pick a fucking hole.
Thank you for listening to 40s and 20s. Brought to you by Quaker Oatmeal.
Quaker.
Pick a hole. Quaker Oatmeal. Pick a hole.
Pick a hole. Wait a second. This is not the branding we want. Don't say like cease and desist.
I'm pretty sure the Quakers are fine with it.
Not the Quakers.
Well, they'll never hear this. That's the one thing about Quakers. You can say whatever you want. They'll never hear it.
Amish, Quakers, fuck them. Thanks for listening to 40s and 20s. Go to YouTube. YouTube.com/40s and 20s.
Also my case.
My case. Is that your address?
If you look up my case, I'll show up. But I do
Transformers. You do Transformers.
And I did a Loot Crate unboxing, and then I just actually did. Some guy on Reddit wanted me to make a video for him about he bought a knockoff toy that I bought, and I actually bought a hobby knife so I could, because you have to fix some stuff with it. Like it had like excess plastic you had to like scrape off. And
That's
stuff
fun.
to fix it.
I love doing that.
It was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But basically, I bought it. The knockoff. It was $30, free shipping from China. Yeah. But it's like an $80 toy, and once I fixed it up, like you cannot tell the difference. You just absolutely cannot.
Between an $80 and a
$30 toy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's like $50 I saved for buying a knockoff.
Nice.
I fixed it up with a little scalpel, a little hobby knife, a little X-Acto knife, and it's like fantastic. So I made a video showing him what I did to my figure to make it so he could do his. So
if you care about
knockoff Transformers, I got the scoop on what to do to make them spot on.
Yeah, 40sand20s.com.
Sure.
We got all this nice equipment here. If you watch our live stream, we're going to be doing more.
Yeah.
You can see all our nice equipment. You can see the beer we drink, Hop Slam.
You can see my beautiful beard.
Coco Psycho.
Can I do a little plug?
Fugu.
Yeah, sure. Jim.
Iron Fist.
You can check my stuff out, twitchtv.com. /metal explosions.
Oh, bless you. That I saw
Sneeze
that.
explosions.
I saw that.
It came right back into you.
I was like,
piss it into the wind with that one.
You know what? I'm gonna sneeze right now.
Use your elbow next time. Use your elbow.
I know my hand was in my pocket. I couldn't get it out in time. It was like one of those things that happened.
So Jim has been doing these let's plays of the old Sierra games.
Old Sierra games, yeah.
And
awesome.
It's so great.
Like
I watched it for like 4 hours. I didn't even know. I was like, am I still watching this? Like, I've just been listening
Like
to
a Space Quest, King's Quest, things like that.
It's Quest for Glory.
Quest for
But
Glory.
I have Quest for Glory's 1
the
through 5.
worst color palettes of all time.
So
Well, that's
pink
all
and
they
blue.
had back then.
Yeah.
But I also have the Police Quests, which I'll
Police
go
Quest is
through
good.
after I'm done with Quest for
Yeah.
Glory. But Quest for Glory, I'm taking my time with because it's just whatever.
Yeah.
It's a great game. And what's weird is like you have the text input and the click input,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is like why
way
do
ahead
you-
of its time. Like
why
it
do you
was
have both? What
like
It
'cause
was ahead of its time.
it was ahead of its time because you didn't half the time you didn't have a DOS programmed mouse.
Quest for Glory, is that the one with Baba Yaga?
Yes,
The house.
Baba Yaga.
I had that one. I absolutely had that one.
they had they had Baba Yaga in the original one, and then in 4 when they had voice acting all added in, John Rhys Davies, Gimli himself,
Gimli.
does the entire narrator voice for the entire thing.
Nice.
And Baba Yaga makes a comeback in that one.
Awesome. Yeah, I had the first one. I remember I had that on my, it was a 286
Yeah.
running DOS, but my dad had like a menu system on it where I could just click on what I wanted and it would go to what I wanted. It was great.
That's what got me actually into being able to build systems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I had a 386 and all I had was like the 5 1/4 inch floppy thing.
Yep.
And my parents were like, we did something we thought you would really like because you saw this and we thought this game would look really cool and you really liked it. And we upgraded the computer. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like this came out of nowhere. I'm just
Yeah.
like, you can upgrade these things?
Yeah, we can upgrade this.
So
And she's like, and we put in this 3.5 inch floppy drive. So I'm like, what? And it's like you can put in these 4 little smaller discs than the big giant ones, and you can install this game. I'm like, what?
the twitch.tv
Twitch.tv/Metal Explosions.
Metal Explosion.
I also I'm on. My buddy Dom does a lot of streams that I'm usually just playing the games in behind. He's
That's
Twitch,
like the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's usually the Shoot Mini Robots. That's on his stream. That's twitchtv.com/Dombo413.
I haven't Twitch I haven't done in a long time.
I haven't done Twitch in forever. But you know what though? I want to do another playthrough of Life is Strange, and I think I'm gonna do that on Twitch.
Do it.
'Cause it's like 2 hours. It's like 3 hours tops
I also have a pretty
with
cool
good music.
pretty cool shout out to multitwitch.tv if you've ever seen that. If you have a computer that has the internet capabilities to pull down multiple Twitch streams at the same time, you can pull it
What?
all into the same, watch them all at the same time. You can
Wow.
watch 4 streams if they're all playing
What?
this. Like we've done it with games that me and Dom have played with APB. It's just all it is you take your Twitch TV channel tag and you
And just put it in there.
multitwitch.tv/channel tag / whatever channel tag you want and just plops them in there as if you're watching like 4 or 2.
Jesus
And you can watch them all at the
Christ.
same time and switch in between the chats.
Awesome. All right.
All right.
That'll be it for
Thanks.
this episode of 40s.
20s,
Plugs and 20s.
40s. We'll close up the plug bag. Close it up.
The butt plug.
That's a tight fit.
It is a tight fit. So thanks for listening. Stick around. We're coming back after a word from our sponsors. Believe in Jesus.
That's all I
I
needed.
believe in Jesus.
That's how I end every podcast.
That's all I needed.
Believe in Jesus.
All right. Thanks. Live stream. I don't know who's watching. Probably, let's see, 2 people, 1 watching. So Lily gave up. Well, it's almost 1. She gave up. All right.